3D character. everybody. Welcome into the show. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening and welcome. Tonight on the show, we preview maybe one of the most exciting battle passes that we've ever seen ever. And we talk about all the elements of choice that are available, plus extra details not included in the preview video that we're going to reveal to you here tonight. And answering your questions about other mechanics and maybe even some leaks. It all comes up tonight on Switching Trek. 4.5 minutes to air. Welcome in. I'm DJz. Strap in. It's going to be a big night. This is Talking Trek Live. Welcome to you, one and all. Hello. Griffin, you're muted again. You know, you press the button, just press the little button, and everything is great. Good evening, everybody. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on? I am UltimatDJz. This is Griffin, and you're muted on Stream Together. You're just gonna have to click the little button, and you know, you'll be able to get that. You'll be able to get that all sorted out there. He's still muted. Philly says, "Come on, Griffin. Come on. How? Like, when did you walk into the studio?" Actually, he is very much the absolute traditional talent, in which literally the opening credits are already running. He walks in when there's about 20 seconds left.
Hey, talent gets to set last. That's how in my daily life, that's what I deal with. Sound is always first.
You sound what? You sound absolutely horrendous right now.
What kind of horrendous? You know, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong.
I don't know. It sounds like you're double piping your audio. You sound like
I'm not piping my audio.
Maybe turn your gain down a little. I don't know. You sound right. That sounds terrible, right? I mean, a lot of echo, latency, double pipe.
Check 1, 2, 3.
Oh no, we've got ducking problems. Yeah, it sounds like he's talking to an old Nokia. Sounds like he's talking to an old Nokia phone. Griffin sounds like Putz today. Right? What's going on? Yo, George.
We're ducking again.
Yeah, sounds awful. Don't worry, I'm not pale. Everything is fine. That's just natural.
How about now?
Oh, that does sound better. Now you're piping me. Now you're piping me.
What?
Now you're sending me back. Oh my god.
No way.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus. You know, this is why you can't show up 20 seconds to air. Okay? This is why you can't show up 20 seconds to air. Okay? Oh, my goodness. Hey, Angry Lou, what's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Let's say hello, and thank you to a couple of people hanging out in our chat here tonight. Thank you so very, very much. And Alicia is here. Dr. Iron Chef, thank you for your 100 kitty bitties. Appreciate that very much. Dr. Iron Chef with 200 kitty bitties.
Killer J 2151 cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, oh yeah, it's my 100th best Star Trek Fleet Command streamer. Hey, Griffin.
Thank you, Killer. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so very much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Manxman.
And Alicia cheered 111 kitty bitties and says cautiously optimistic.
Oh.
Will my hopes be dashed on Thursday when we do the math?
Obviously, absolutely. We're going to see what happens. George, what's going on? He says less Battle Pass days, so less choice rewards. Not really. I mean, it's actually the same as it was this month. We actually went to a 20-day. We went to a 20-day model this month, so everything is fine. But we'll talk about that because we've got details for you, all right? We're going to go through all that. Fun Daddy, thank you very much.
How about now?
Oh, you sound amazing. You sound great. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Griffin is here, everybody.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had the most amazing Cali bowl for dinner, and I just couldn't stop eating it. It was so amazing and delicious.
I understand completely. Oh, and a Welch's Grape Ghost to wrap up your evening. It sounds fantastic. Hey, J-Boo, Archer here listening in from the UK. Appreciate that very much. We're going to get started with all of our content here coming up here in just a moment. We've got what's today's fluffer time? Very, very minimal. We're going to get through this hype train. We're going to get right into it. Even people saying, hey, wow, you're starting early tonight. Here's why we're starting early tonight. There's so much stuff that we've got to give. So much stuff. Why are we listening to carnival music?
I have no idea.
Does it sound like we're on a merry-go-round right now? Or maybe we're playing Kirby's.
It does.
We might be playing Kirby's Dream World. You guys remember that game? Man, that was a game. That was a game.
That was a game. What a time to be alive.
Oh, man. TC, thank you for your 100 kitty bitties. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Waffly says, DJ's just me, or does the new officer kind of look like the guy to your right?
Did you enjoy our professional feature video that we released today at 3:00? I loved it.
I thought it was fantastic. As a matter of fact, we're going to watch it tonight, and we're going to go through all the details. And we are going to offer some clarifying statements because even throughout the day, we've been watching We've been watching some of the comments out of the community, and we've got some answers for you coming very, very soon. So we're going to get into all of that. In the meantime, we're going to finish up with...
No, and then! No. Sorry.
We're going to finish our hype train. We got 2.5 minutes left on a level 2, 63% through. I appreciate that very much. Thank you guys so very, very much. We've got some commands up in the chat.
Manxman40 cheered 111 kitty bitties.
Thank you, Manxman.
And says, la 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 la.
Oh, God.
JJJJJJ Chigrain. Incescaduous Mont Hatcopate.
That in no way said Leroy Jenkins AI. This is why you cannot put AI in your productions, because you have no idea what you're going to get.
True.
Unintended and weird results.
I know.
Happen.
It's an absolutely weird thing. Thank you, Manxman, for your bits. For those of you in the chat tonight, we've got a couple of mini goals set up here above my head. If we get to a $100 dono tonight, that will be a bonus stream, just like Andalicia did for us. So we've got a bonus stream coming up on Wednesday. 10,000 bits, you get an odds boost for our Go Wheel, which we are getting very close, Griffin, to spinning.
Oh, God. That makes me sweat my armpits every time you bring that up.
293 subs. That's it. 200. Yo, Django. Bam.
What am I going to have to do next? Like, marry two donkeys in Angola?
I mean,
is that
maybe.
What's next on the thing?
Could be possible. I don't know. Thank you very much, Django, for dropping 1,000 kitty bitties. If we get to 10,000 bits, you get a 10x odds wheel boost as voted on by the community tonight. And I'll point out that if we get to 250 subs, you get a bonus square on our bingo card. But I should point out that we're actually only 293 subs away from spinning that Go Wheel.
Oh,
tonight.
God.
It could happen.
Sleep in a tank of tarantulas in Bangladesh.
That sounds like fun. We could do something like that. That sounds like a great idea. I saw a wonderful idea here a few minutes ago. Something involving Griffin and a cattle prod. I think that's a great idea.
No, absolutely not. Nothing involving cattle ever again.
Manxman dropping the 5 bomb and finishing level 2. Thank you so very much. Appreciate that. And we are on to a hype train level 3. Also, as Killer has already found tonight, and you guys are able to participate with as well, we've got a brand new TTS available on our show. Even when stickers are turned off, we've got a brand new TTS custom made for Twitching Trek. Using Cheer 111, you get your own TTS thrown into the chat, like this one right here from Killer J. Let's go to the TTS line.
Killer J 2151 cheered 111 kitty bitties.
Thank you.
And says, hey Griffin, are you ready to cancel your account on Thursday? Okay, Lee Dockley?
No.
Absolutely, positively?
Positively, thank you.
I have it on good authority that in the playtest environment, everything is just fine with our new morale officer, Neelix. Don't worry.
Oh, boy. Yeah, sounds like what could possibly go wrong. Good evening, everybody. Appreciate you guys all being here. We've got a lot to cover tonight, and I want to thank you guys already for 40% of level 3 hype train. We're going to keep going, and of course, once we clear level 5, we start giving away battle passes for every level. If we get to level 10, we start giving away $100 packs for every level. That is on the docket for tonight. So big hype, big things to celebrate, and this, Griffin, is a battle pass I think players are not going to want to miss. So if you have an opportunity to win some tonight, then we want you to get joined up for that. Tarpy, also, we've decided to enhance our Patreon program just a little bit while we're doing a little shameless self-promotion. Over on the Patreon, Tarpy, we are also now giving away $20 battle passes and $100 packs every single month out of our Patreon program. And then, Tarpy, it is a wonderful month for more battle passes to be given to the community. So I'm pretty excited about some of the changes that Tarpy decided to make for the Patreon. So you guys get on over there. Yeah, I found the post-it. Post-it's on. Post-it's on. As soon as I press the button. Hey, Tarpy, what's going on, Tarpy? Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Hi, Tarpitude.
Fantastic.
Great video, by the way.
It was a fantastic video. All the videos today did a great job from the content creation team. Ultra's video
top
was
to bottom.
Oh,
absolutely. Iron Chef's video is also amazing.
It was great. So we're going to
only my video featured comedic relief from the Smash 2000 hit Dude, Where's My Car?
Obviously. You know, take it for what it's worth. Ultra did a great job. I loved his closing too. That was listen, the amount of creativity that is being fostered right now in the community, I love it. I love it. There is nothing
I do too.
better. There is nothing better than what we're seeing in the community right now, okay? Amazing videos from multiple content creators, multiple places for you to get accurate and killer information. I'm so excited about it. Isaac says, yeah, that was a great little slide in there about Hammy being MIA.
Oh no, Hammy is definitely around, just in the nick of time.
Just in the nick of time. Listen, funny story. I gotta just tell you this super quick. We've got 60 seconds left on our level 3 hype train. We made this video. I say we. Griffin made this video on Friday. Made the video on Friday. Do you guys want to know when Hammy sent Griffin a message back and said we need modifications?
2:08 p.m.
2:08 p.m.
And let's do it 3
today. And it was scheduled to go live at 3 p.m. But he wanted modifications at that point. So, yeah, okay. Well, guess what? Modifications did not occur. We shipped it. We shipped it live, and we're going to give you all the information and tell you about what's going on with that. We've got 30 seconds left on our hype train if you guys would like to contribute to that and work towards our bingos so that we can get another wheel spin. And maybe it looks like the odds may be sitting in our favor this time, Griffin, about heading to Toronto. That is
like Katniss Everdeen?
Perhaps. Yes, Tarpy. Question and answer.
So, while we still have the hype train going,
10 seconds.
That was something different. So I guess it's for the next one. You said, but what was that?
That was
you said Battle Pass.
That was a 10 bomb for Anonymous, resetting the timer. Thank you, getting into a level 4.
Well, that's perfect.
It is perfect.
Okay.
I don't think was that the thing? That was the thing, I guess. Whoa!
Yeah.
That was not just anything. That was a bingo square. Anonymous.
Was that tier 3 subs?
Anonymous just dropped 10 tier 3 gift subs
Aww.
to the community.
How is that impossible? You can do that?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you, Anonymous. Let's give you guys a bingo square. And by the way, that gets us into level 6. So automatically right there, we're also gaining a battle pass giveaway tonight. All right, so there you go. One battle pass.
That's new, right?
For tonight.
So that's new.
For tonight.
I like it.
Yeah. Trying to give away some more battle passes. Listen, if you guys really want to know.
And get it done before the arc starts.
There you go. See, Tarpy's acting all surprised right now. Actually, what the real story is.
I was going to message you
Yeah.
earlier.
The real story.
I had it typed out.
Yeah. The real story is Tarpy said that if I didn't have all my battle pass winners by arc launch, she was literally going to kick me in the face next time she saw me. That's exactly right, Caldon. I don't want to be last again, and apparently Tarpy's not going to allow me to be last again. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't exactly the phrasing that I had in my message,
You're
and then
correct.
I was like, you know what?
It was the PC version of that.
Yeah. It was something about trusting your producer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really funny how that actually does line up with the message I didn't hit send on.
Yeah. There were things. Okay.
Why did you censor yourself?
Why did I censor myself?
Why do I hear myself twice now? Oh no.
Do you hear
that
yourself
cool?
twice? Yeah, you're just that great,
No,
man. Guys, we
look
are
great.
in a level 6 hype
Have you
train,
lost
which
weight?
means we've got a battle pass coming up here in just a minute. Daw says, highly skeptical. Until I see it, I don't believe any spin. That's completely fine, because I'll tell you what we do have for you tonight. We have no math. Okay, I'll just go ahead and tell you right now. I'll tell you right now, tonight we have no math. Okay, sorry.
Who said they were highly skeptical? Who was that?
Daw, over in the YouTube chat. What we do have for you tonight, okay? I don't have any math. What I do have for you tonight are the mechanics, okay? We've got... What?
Well, that's a bummer for Daw. Daw should have been in the Twitch chat, because everybody watching on Twitch now has a gifted sub. Daw.
Whoa!
Seeing is believing. Daw.
Whoa, guys, thank Griffin. You absolute legend right there, dropping 100 and 48 gifted subs to the chat, which means
I'm very sensitive today. I would appreciate all 148 of you to just type thank you in the chat, please.
Can we get all
Griffin,
of the thanks?
Because I was one of them. Thank you for the sub.
There you go. Guys, what did I do here? Hold on, I got to figure out. I don't remember how to draw things. How do I draw things in Canva?
With your
Well, you get a
hands.
pen
Hold on, where's the?
and you draw them on your forehead so we can still see them.
Hold on, I got to remember how to. Nope, that's not it. How do I draw something
Could
on
you just
Canva? There it
copy
is.
paste?
Hold on, I think I found it. Is that
Oh,
it?
no.
Yellow and no.
So remember the
You're
time
welcome,
that you
DBS 300
erased
and all
Nope,
of you.
that's not
the
it.
edit history
That's not it.
on that file?
That's not it.
Oh man.
Oh, there we go.
3
Got
hours later.
Got it.
Yeah, I was
There's
gonna say if
bingo number
you need
2.
me to fix something,
I found it.
it's
I got
gonna
it.
be like a Canadian half hour before I can. So
Ladies and gentlemen, that's bingo number 2.
okay, what is this bingo stuff again? Remind us.
Ladies and gentlemen, bingos. Hey, STFC Debbie Do. What's going on? Thank you for saying thank you. Appreciate that very much. And guys, that puts us literally only 129 subs away from spinning the go wheel here tonight. Bingos
That's
are
terrifying.
an opportunity for you guys to help support the channel and for us to have a little bit of fun in some IRL stuff that we're going to be doing with you. As a matter of fact, with our third bingo, we're going to start a Lego DeLorean stream, and that's going to include a Lego giveaway that we're going to be doing, as well as a new lighting kit from one of our newest channel sponsors, LightMyBricks.com. Thank you to Light My Bricks for sponsoring our Lego segments. So,
They are awesome, just like Sethan 2922. Also awesome.
Yep, sponsoring a Lego giveaway when we get to our third bingo here. Killer J is coming up in TTS. We've also got TTS available at Cheer 111. Hey, Killer.
Killer J 2151 cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, oh yeah, Griffin, that's the only money you're going to be spending once Thursday comes. Swipe that card, Griffin. Do the dirty.
Do the dirty. Do the dirty. Thank you, Griffin. Fantastic.
I'm so glad that is not Majel Barrett's
It's so good.
voice anymore.
All right, so we have
But did that come
a
from Killer J or from Captain Bull's mom?
That
I'm
was
very
from
confused.
Killer J right there. 90 seconds left in our hype train. We're 81% through level 9. Now, Tarpy, what that automatically means is 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 4 battle passes we're going to give away tonight. And we are 11 subs away from finishing level 9 and getting into level 10, which will then cross over to a $100 pack. That's right, giving away $100
On
here
top
tonight.
of those battle
Whoa.
passes.
Whoa! Spock! Oh, wrong button. Spock, thank you for the 10 bomb. 60
We're
seconds
close to a
on the
level
clock.
10.
60 seconds on the clock. 1 sub away.
98%.
1 sub away. Thank you for your 100 Kitty Bitties Guru Meditation. Appreciate that very much. Killer J, thank you. STFC Debbie Do, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Manxman dropping 100 Kitty Bitties as well, and that now puts us 1 sub away, or 300 bits away, if I'm reading that right. No, maybe 250 bits away from a level 10 and giving away a $100 battle pass or $100 pack. Question: does the G6 Surge research apply to the Vengeance? Not the faction research, no, but the generic research it does. Ladies and gentlemen, Manxman dropping 500 Kitty Bitties, and there is a level 10. Oh boy.
That was
Wonders
fast.
will never cease on a Monday night.
So there you go. Philly,
So,
thank you for
isn't
gifting
there
us out in the
another-
chat as well.
Isn't there another bingo square for like a level 15 hype train?
There is, but we're only at level 10. Now, if you guys want to push to 15, I ain't gonna fuss, all right? But there is a bingo square right down here for completing a tier 15 hype train. That would get you another bingo square. And I gotta tell you, if we did enough to get to tier 15, then we're also spinning the go wheel, which would be another bingo.
Oh, God.
That would be another bingo. And Griffin would have to spin the go wheel. Lots of excitement tonight. Hi, Ohana. Welcome in over on YouTube. Polar Bear, what's up? Thank you. Fairy, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Tony Pie, appreciate the gift. Philly Forever, thank you for the gift. Thad, thank you for dropping a gift sub. Manxman and Caledon dropping kitty bitties. Appreciate that very much. Guys, no, we're not hanging out till 3 a.m. Cyber Demon. I don't know what happened last night. I think I just took a great nap and I was feeling really good. And then, here we were.
You were on until 3 a.m. last night?
I went till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Doing what?
Playing, having fun, actually playing the game. It was weird.
Gross.
The feeling I don't remember. So anyway, that was fun. Enterprise says Griffin spinning the go wheel. That could be interesting. I know, very much could be. Just as a quick reminder, our trip to San Antonio is coming up in 2 weeks. Actually, 3 weeks. Do you have you received your cosplay? Have you actually received it yet? I finally ordered mine. You guys made me feel bad. I had to order a good one.
Yeah, I mean, Penguin and I are locked in.
You actually have it, so I'm not going to show up, and I'm gonna be the only one in a cosplay.
No, we have we have Hollywood movie style prop costumes ready to rock and roll.
That's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll give you more details
on that. And by unpopular demand, we did have to increase the amount of fabric associated with Penguin's clothes.
Obviously.
Whatever.
Bafty, by the way, going to be on this channel in 24 hours, Griffin. 24 hours till Bafty's demise in the Lego Star Wars race that we've got happening tomorrow. So that's going to happen. Very, very excited to finally claim a real victory in an actual skill-based race. So I'm pretty excited about it.
It would be a huge pity if several delivery drivers got lost on the way to your house tomorrow.
They can drop
and
it off.
And we're given your phone number.
They can drop it at the bottom of the hill.
No, that's not going to be how that goes.
No. They can drop it at the bottom of the hill. It'll be fine. Guys, we got 90.
Honestly, put your chances beating Bafty. What are the odds on that if I were a bookie?
85%.
That she wins?
No,
yeah.
that's how betting works.
Oh, I don't know. I don't bet.
Do you have like a 5-to-1? What's the over under? Number one, do you feel as though you're the favorite to win?
No, I'm not the favorite to win, but I know I'm going to win, so it's going to be fine. Zoidberg,
I think it's like a 100 to 1.
100 to 1.
Yeah.
So where are we on this hype train?
We got about 65 seconds left. We're level 10, 6% through. We're 70 subs away or 35,000 bits away. Now, obviously, 35,000 bits would also make it a long way in getting towards this bingo square right here at hitting 250,000 bits cumulatively for our...
What is that?
Thank you, Zoidberg. Appreciate you passing gas. Thank you, Freelancer. Thank you for your 200 kitty bitties. Appreciate that very much. Everything good over there, Zoidberg? You feeling all right? Good.
I think he has a constipation problem.
Yeah, it felt like there was plenty of movement there. Okay. So yeah.
You felt movement?
That's right.
Why are you feeling movement?
It just blew. I just felt it. Enterprise points out that the $100 $5 or the $100 $5 Patreon will result in 2 additional bingos, and he's right. It would be a cross here, and it would be it'd be for the Four Corners bingo as well. Then you've only got bits to get away to get your 5th bingo.
There is no Four Corners bingo. What kind of weird janky bingo is this?
Look right here. You got special bingos. We got Four Corners. We got X marks the spot, and then we've got the blackout. All right. By the way, if we black out this card, yeah, we're giving away $1,000 on this channel. $1,000.
And DJs will set himself on fire.
I'm sorry. What?
And DJs will set himself on fire.
Don't remember that part. We'll have to go back and read the fine print. Guys, thank you very much for the level 10 hype train. Thank you. That is absolutely incredible. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Great deal. So for you guys tonight, 5 battle passes and a $100 pack. We're going to do that towards the end of the show. In the meantime, we've got a lot of stuff to get into. Griffin recorded a video today, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was spectacular, and we've got a lot of things to talk about. In true DJ's fashion, what I think we should probably do is watch the video first without pauses.
Oh, sure. Let's go ahead and do that.
Without pauses. Okay.
Good luck.
Then we're going to watch it back with pauses. All right. Then we're gonna get back. We'll go back with pauses because we've got a lot of information to break down. We've got a lot of information to share with you about the actual mechanics. And I can tell you right now, I am in touch. God. I just got bad news. Okay, and I'm going to share that bad news.
What happened? Somebody canceled on you?
No, I'm just gonna tell you right now that this yet again was an opportunity for the Fleet Command team to make it possible for players to pick up another junker, and they're just not doing it. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. Daggone it, Bill!
Oh, you're upset because you can't get another junker? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, something like that. All right.
Well, hey, lest I remind you. Rules are rules.
Hey, Corey, what's going on? Thank you. Mark, by the way, thank you for your super chat over in YouTube. I appreciate that very, very much. Strider says, can the rest of us? No. But we're going to talk all about it. First, ladies and gentlemen, let's pop into our YouTube channel with a very exclusive, cutting-edge, first look preview video from the one and only Griffin X16. You guys take a look, and we'll watch it through one time and then come back and break it down with lots of detail and extra clarification and your answers to your questions coming up on the other side of this. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Talking Trek Video Studios, Griffin with your M94 ARC preview.
Pop your popcorn.
Whoops, it's muted. All right, stand by. There we go.
I just got back from the ScopelyDigit studio in Dublin, Ireland, and things are changing. Huge culture changes, and that is no more evident than it is with the upcoming Update 94 cause and effect. But what does that mean for free-to-play and light-spend commanders? Let's get into it. It's a big one. What's up, Commanders? It's Griffin from Talking Trek here to talk with you about the big changes to the monthly Battle Pass coming our way with Update 94. The philosophy from the top brass is to make a Battle Pass a can't-miss game mechanic for free-to-play, light spend, and pay-to-progress commanders alike. But have they hit that mark? And what can be done with the Battle Pass to make it a must-do daily driver in the first place? Well, you get to be the judge of that this month because your participation will determine if these changes have value or if it's going to be back to the drawing board for the old product team. So what exactly is the plan? Well, this month, Scopely is trying out new ways to give commanders like me and free-to-play commanders like maybe you more choice and flexibility with how to progress through the month and the game. So throughout this Battle Pass, you'll earn new choice tokens which can be used across several exchanges to claim the rewards that matter to you the most. I'm talking far fewer static rewards for participation in exchange for far more dynamic choices. From artifacts and ship blueprints to ship parts and even other resources, these new reward token exchanges will give you far more control over where your Battle Pass takes you in your game. So first, a few parameters. Number one, we're going back to a 20-day Battle Pass by popular demand. This is not to reduce the available rewards, but to make it easier for all of us to reach the final milestone. Now, why is that important? Well, returning for the first time in forever is a free rare officer unlock opportunity where you will have the chance to obtain every officer shard needed to unlock a rare officer through meaningful participation in the free track Battle Pass and some daily events. In addition, those who purchase the Elite Battle Pass will earn a full unlock of an epic officer. Ops 20 through 39 get the Doctor, Ops 40 through 60 get Wrath of Khan Carol, and Ops 61 through 80 get Win Adami. And commanders of all levels who unlock the Elite track will begin sourcing shards for this month's brand new officers, who we'll discuss later on. Just stay tuned. So that alone is fantastic news and a win for both free-to-play and pay-to-play commanders alike. But we're just getting started with this thing. Let's talk about these exchange tokens. This is a huge expansion of the original choice token mechanic, which was removed from the Battle Pass a few months ago in the spring and was brought back last month. But now it's much better. We have not one, not two, but three different exchanges to take full advantage of this month. And for me, I can see this being that fulfillment of the promise that Scopely aims to make the Battle Pass a can't-miss monthly engagement. First off, the Cause and Effect Artifact Exchange. There are 6 new artifacts planned to enter the game this month. More on them in the future, of course, but what's important to know now is that free-to-play commanders will have the opportunity at a full unlock of one of the rare artifacts upon Battle Pass completion, along with engagement in a series of SMS meta solo milestone events. Those who unlock the $20 Elite Battle Pass with purchase will also unlock their choice of one of the new epic artifacts entering the game, along with the rare. If you want to progress even further, each artifact will also be available for direct purchase in the store, allowing you to unlock or upgrade additional artifacts. Second up is the brand new Battle Pass Starship Exchange, open to commanders Ops 20+. This is by far the largest expansion of ship sourcing I've ever seen added into the game. You can earn Starship Exchange choice tokens through both the free and elite tracks and ultimately cash them in for your choice of eligible Starship blueprints or ship-specific upgrade parts. Now, what does that mean? The starships available in the exchange will vary based on your ops level, with the hope of providing a selection relevant to your current progression and giving you more freedom to advance the starships you want. This list is subject to change, of course, but for now, we have the following. For Ops 20 through 34, the Botany Bay, the USS Franklin, the Discovery, the Ferengi Devore, and the Devar, as well as the USS Reliant. For Ops 28 through 50, there's the Borg Cube, the Serene Squall, and the USS Voyager. For Ops 35 through 50, there's the Devore Fuchsia, the Vidar Talios, the USS Franklin A, the USS Cerritos, the Enterprise NX-01, the Monavine, the Gorn Eviscerator, the NSCA Protector, the Vindicator, the USS Relativity, the SS Revenant, the GS-31, and the USS Dauntless. For Ops 51 and up, the USS Excelsior, and for Ops 70+, that's right, the USS Vengeance. Now, I want to point out that not only are blueprints available within this mechanic, but there are also specific ship parts available as well. So if you're chasing a ship for an unlock, great. If it's already unlocked and you're trying to upgrade the ship, also great. And you can't beat that. And third, we have the updated Battle Pass Supply Exchange, which builds upon the existing Choice Token program. Ops 20+ commanders will continue using the existing Battle Pass Material Choice Token to claim their choice of eligible materials and resources, but new for Ops 40+ commanders in Update 94, instead of earning a predetermined mix of FKR ship parts directly from the Battle Pass, maybe you need them, maybe you don't, you'll earn BP FKR ship part choice tokens. Use these tokens in the Battle Pass Supply Exchange to claim your choice of eligible, uncommon, and rare Interceptor, Battleship, Explorer, or Survey ship parts. Both tokens can be used within the Battle Pass Supply Exchange, giving you one destination to choose the supplies that best fit your progression. Beyond the exchange token programs, there is a new focus on expanding Ascension particle sourcing within the Battle Pass as well, to where Ops 51 through 60 commanders will now also receive Ascension research particles, while the quantities available for Ops 40 through 50 will increase from what they have been previously. That's great. And then,
no, and then that's all I want.
For purchasers of the Elite Battle Pass unlocks, the web store will be offering triple the Multiphasic credits normally available for that particular purchase.
This professional 32 terabytes SSD, capable of holding the entire collection of the New York Public Library, is something you won't find at...
Why are there ads on my own channel, Griffin?
And then,
we need the money.
Building upon the changes introduced in M93 for Ops 20 through 50 commanders, Ops 51 and up commanders are also getting an expansion of specialty building upgrade materials across both the free-to-play and Elite Battle Pass tracks. The buildings that will be available for your participation will vary by ops level, of course, providing upgrade materials relevant to your place in the game. Again, this list is subject to change, but as of press time, we have for Ops 20 through 34, the Court of Q, the Command Center, and the Artifact Gallery. Ops 35 through 39, the Court of Q, the Facade, and the Artifact Gallery. Ops 40 through 50, we have District 56, the War Room, and the Artifact Gallery. Ops 51 through 60, we have the DTI headquarters, the war room, and the Transition Forge. For Ops 61 through 70, shout out G6, the Recon Lotus building, the Signal Observatory, Starfleet Academy remote campus, and finally for Ops 71 and up, we have the Warp Dive Bar, the Signal Observatory, and again, the Starfleet Academy remote campus.
No ending!
And finally, as we have recently become accustomed to, premium temporary boosts are also a part of the Elite Battle Pass purchase. This includes a 28-day warp bonus speed increase, 20 days of a 100% increase in hostile and armada loot, and a 28-day additional build queue if you have the spot open. So what do you think? If you are armchair quarterbacking a new and improved Battle Pass with the goal of making it a can't-miss daily driver of your engagement, would you feel this package does enough to move the ball into the end zone? What would you add or remove? And do you see yourself reaching level 20 for that officer unlock? Let us know in the comments below because Scopely is listening to your feedback closely. They really want to build trust back with the player community, as I saw on my trip to Dublin, and they know that that can only happen with meaningful evidence of change for the benefit of us, the players. For Talking Trek, this is Griffin reminding you to do those dailies, hit that help button for your alliance, and be sure to thank your resident whale for those armadas. Bye.
No ending!
Very nice. There you go. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good, everybody. All right. So here's what I want to do next. I want to pop into this. A fantastic video, by the way, Griffin. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
No, and then.
Okay. All right.
At your service, community.
Here's
with
what
all
we're going to do.
details. I left no stone unturned.
No stone unturned. We have all the details. And what I'm going to tell you right now is we're going to go through. We're going to watch this again. All right. We're going to watch this again. That's right. 2-hour detailed breakdown and analysis incoming, complete with multiple additional extra leaky things. Lots of the leaky things. All right. So let's get into this video again. We're going to pop over and start it very quickly, and then we're going to go down because what I have in front of me right now that you guys can't see unless I accidentally leak it are all of my notes from the dev team, including some notes that were literally just received as recently at 7:59 p.m. right now, as recently as 16 minutes ago. The most recent update coming from STFC HQ at 7:43 p.m. And I have seen some of the questions already circulating in the Discords and the chats, and we're going to have those answers for you right here. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek and hop back into the video. We'll go through this time with multiple pauses. Here we go.
I just got back from the Scopely Digit Studio in Dublin, Ireland, and things are changing. Huge culture changes. And
by the way, I love your Janeway shirt. Okay. By the way, the Janeway shirt. Anybody know the three keys to being a captain? Come on, just real quick, without looking, without cheating. Who knows the only three things you got to remember as a Starfleet captain? Anybody got it? That's right.
Well, number one is keep your shirt tucked in.
Keep your shirt tucked in. Okay. Never leave a crew member behind. That's correct. And you always go down with the ship. And if you were looking for bullet point 3B, it would be always kill Tuvix. All right, there you go.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Continuing.
It is no more evident than it is with the upcoming Update 94 cause and effect. But what does that mean for free-to-play and light-span commanders? Let's get into it. It's the big one. Boy, you missed that intro. What's up, Commanders? It's Griffin from Talking Trek here to talk with you about the big changes to the monthly Battle Pass coming our way with Update 94. The philosophy from the top brass is to make a Battle Pass a can't-miss game mechanic for free-to-play, light spend, and pay-to-progress commanders alike. But have they hit that mark? And what can be done with the Battle Pass to make it a must-do daily driver in the first place? Well, you get to be the judge of that this month because your participation will determine if these changes have value or if it's going to be back to the drawing board for the old product team. So what exactly is the plan? Well, this month, Scopely is trying out new ways to give commanders like me and free-to-play commanders like maybe you more choice and flexibility.
That was such a funny line. Just throwing that out there. The biggest spenders like me and all the rest of you, like maybe you. I love it.
That's not what it said at all.
So good what it is. Anyway, I do have a question already in chat. Stryker says, what happens to the BP rewards if you go to 61 after the start of the arc? The great news is that you're going back to a token, and those tokens are redeemed in an event store. So if you change your ops during, then your available bundles will also change. And we have exact details on the ops targeting for those bundles coming up here in just a couple of minutes. So So you guys hang tight for that. And yeah, K92 says, I thought he said peasants. That's what I heard.
With how to progress through the month and the game. So throughout this battle pass, you'll earn new choice tokens, which can be used across several exchanges to claim the rewards that matter to you the most. I'm talking far fewer static rewards for participation in exchange for far more dynamic choices. From artifacts and ship blueprints to ship parts and even other resources, these new reward token exchanges will give you far more control over where your battle pass takes you in your game. So first, a few parameters. Number one, we're going back to a 20-day battle pass by popular demand. This is not to reduce the available rewards, but to make it easier for all of us to reach the final milestone. Now, why is that important? Well, returning for the first time in forever is a free rare officer unlock opportunity where you...
Pause.
For the first time in forever,
a free rare officer here. Now, this is through the free track. This is going to be, I believe, 34 or 40 rare shards of Wrath of Khan McCoy is what it's going to be in your free track. This is no spend, no nothing. This is just in the top bar. Okay,
but also through meaningful engagement in some of the milestones during the month.
Yeah. It'll have that as well. Now, Divine, you listen, you and I had this conversation earlier today. This is dangerous territory. Divine says a free rare officer everyone already has. False. Okay. And this goes back to the conversation that we were having earlier today about even the Alliance tournaments debate and all this stuff. We play different. We play different here, okay? Some people are going to have it maxed. Cruzito says, yay, transporter patterns. But again, we're going to examine this when we come back as to what this feels like. For some of you veteran players, this is going to feel a little bit different, and I'm going to draw some comparisons when we're through this. But yeah, listen, if you're a free-to-play player, Cruzito, which, by the way, you're not, all right, then the free-to-play players out there are going to get some extra Wrath of McCoy shards, which are in all likelihood probably not maxed. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that coming up here in just a little bit. But for those of you who do want to spend, DJ, there's some other stuff.
I heard that Cruzito probably doesn't even have all of his Lorca assignments done properly in Fleet Commander. I'm just saying.
He probably doesn't even have him seated right. You know, there's no selectable. Yeah, but that's just Cruzito.
I want to go that. Oh,
that's just Cruzito right
Wait,
there.
who?
Okay. The Lorca?
Cruzito.
Cruzito. Gotcha. Look, Benny Hill says...
I know who Cruzito is.
Benny Hill says, my McCoy is not maxed. I'll take the shards. And again, it is absolutely free.
He gets better. He's a better Paris than Paris. This is a great officer to max. So unless you're tier 5, I mean, this is good news.
It is. It's going to be good news for anybody working on that officer. And if not, then, great. Congratulations to you for already having it. But this is a nice chunk of... And let's not also forget just the philosophy of it. How long has it been since the free track had 40 rare shards? Okay? Long time.
Oh, the first time in forever.
First just time like in forever.
Hey, did you say?
You will have...
Yeah.
I will tell you that this is amazing. I love it. I love that they've done that. I'm just a little bit disappointed that they made it the officer that we preached on and taught on, that this was one of the most important officers to get and max.
Pause.
Yeah.
You just said it. You literally just said it. Okay? One of the most valuable, one of the most important officers to focus on maxing. Okay?
Right, it's over a year old.
You just said it. And a lot of players don't have it yet.
Right. And we taught to max it through officer choice tokens before that whole thing happened a couple of months ago. But yeah, It would be nice. I love it. I love it. And I'm not going to complain about it. But I would say it would be really nice if there was some other option for people who had already maxed them.
Well,
That's all.
there are plenty
Besides
of
transfer.
other things for you to choose from this month, and we're going to talk a little bit more about those coming up here in just a moment. Cruzito said, what ships am I flying? What? I fly McCoy all the time, bro. You don't? All right. But regardless, again, this is probably not
No, he's
necessarily
asking so
something...
he can make sure to blow you up accordingly in the veil.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. All right, continuing.
The chance to obtain every officer shard needed to unlock a rare officer through meaningful participation in the free track battle pass and some daily events. In addition, those who purchase the elite battle pass will earn a full unlock of an epic officer. Ops 20 to 39 get the Doctor, Ops 40 through 60 get Wrath of Khan Carol, and Ops 61 through 80 get Win Adami. And commanders of all levels who unlock the elite track will begin sourcing shards for this month's brand new officers, who we'll discuss later on. Just stay tuned. So that alone is fantastic news and a win for both free-to-play and pay-to-play commanders alike. But we're just getting started with this thing. Let's talk about these exchange tokens.
All right, real quick. I missed a pause there, but I do want to come back to the officer sourcing piece there. So to answer the questions in chat, no, you are not going to be able to trade down. These are the officers that have been designated for the different generations of level. So I know that there are players that are going to be a little bit disappointed with Win Adami, especially if you don't have a big PvP focus in your game. I personally would have much rather had Wrath of Khan Carol, but I also know that there are players out there at our level in the game.
Oh, that's trash.
Like Cruzito, who's going to say, I don't even want Wrath of Khan Carol because I've already got her maxed. So Win Adami is...
That sounds nothing like Cruzito, just for the record.
A newer officer that is probably less likely that people have maxed, but nonetheless, that is it. Me personally, I don't have Carol max, so I would have loved that, but that was not the designation that was made for us. So G6, you have something to look forward to. Now, I saw this question in the chat. Does that mean I should wait to go to G6 till after the ARC launches? No, I don't think that I would. I think I'd get there.
No,
I think I'd get there, right? Because to be perfectly honest with you, G6 has an amazing spread of rewards here. And if I'm looking at this from the top down, it doesn't really surprise me. It kind of reinforces some of the acceleration and economy things that I would have expected to see out of a normal functioning economy. So we're going to talk a little bit about that coming up here in just a little bit. But continuing on, that is Win Adami for G7, Carol for G6, and the Doctor for G5 and down. All right, here we go.
This is a huge expansion of the original choice token mechanic, which was removed from the Battle Pass a few months ago in the spring and was brought back last month. But now it's much better. We have not one, not two, but three different exchanges to take full advantage of this month. And for me, I can see this being that fulfillment of the promise that Scopely aims to make the Battle Pass a can't-miss monthly engagement. First off, the cause and...
Real quick, Louis P. So it doesn't matter about leveling now because the Battle Pass is universal. It's giving everybody X number of tokens, and then you're using the tokens in an event store model, okay? So...
BJ?
Yes.
Last Battle Pass, G7 got 30% more choice mat tokens than everybody else.
As it should be.
So is that the same this time or not?
I don't know. Again,
all he said is that we're all playing with the same tokens. Yeah. Yes. The higher the grade, the more tokens you're going to get. Yes.
But this is crossing over into a generation. So 71 plus should be the difference. 71 plus.
Yeah,
if you're waiting, Putz, what do you need, buddy?
Sorry.
I know the point you're trying to make. And for G6,
you're fine.
For G6, then yes, I would go ahead and push up, but you're not going to miss anything right now. Okay, so that is the answer there. And Louis P, again, all of those tokens are going to be redeemed in an event store. So even if you cross up now or cross up during the arc, then you're going to have an opportunity to spend those tokens on whatever you unlock as you go. Okay, all right, continuing.
Artifact exchange. There are 6 new artifacts planned to enter the game this month. More on them in the future, of course, but what's important to know now is that free-to-play commanders will have the opportunity at a full unlock of one of the rare artifacts upon Battle Pass completion, along with engagement in a series of SMS meta solo milestone events. Those who unlock the $20 Elite Battle Pass with purchase will also unlock their choice of one of the new epic artifacts entering the game, along with the rare. If you want to progress even further, each artifact.
All right, I'm going to pause right here again, and I want to break this down here very quickly about what we see on the screen and exactly what Griffin just said about the actual exchanges. Mickey the Moose says, so will the store update with the new officers if you opts up into that generation? Yes, that is correct. All right, so that is going to happen. And oh, thank you, Killer J, for your kitty bitties. Griffin, he's got a comment for you. If I'm just going to.
Oh yes, go ahead, Killer J. Yes, what can I do for you today?
151 cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, thank gosh they aren't giving us free shards of Neelix or Kim after they screw those officers up. Oh yeah, thank gosh.
Oh yeah. Feel the flow,
yeah,
working it.
Love
up
it
and
right
down
there.
and around like a carousel. Feel the flow.
All right, so let's talk about these artifacts very quickly. I want to focus in on something that Griffin said. Griffin, explain this to me again. If we are free to play only, if I'm free to play only, top track only, what am I earning from the artifact exchange?
You're earning the artifact exchange token, which you will then take into the artifact exchange token store to redeem for the artifact of your choice. But if you do go into the elite track, you simply get more of those tokens to bring into the artifact store. Either way, you're going to the artifact store. We all have a key to the artifact store. It's just that free to play gets so much, and then elite gets more.
As a matter of fact, we're going to lay this out for you right now. The free battle pass plus a meta SMS event will earn you the choice of one rare artifact unlock. All right, that is one.
Oh, that's where you're driving. Yes, you do get the rare
unlock
for the free track of an unlock of an artifact just for the free.
So,
but if you get the elite track, not only do you get that free artifact, which Cruzito you have not unlocked because they're brand new. How could you have them? But then the elite track on the bottom will also get an unlock of one of the epic artifacts.
That's right. So
epic.
The $20 battle pass will get you the choice of the epic artifact. And then, of course, also completing the events and the free track will then sum total give you the epic artifact and a rare artifact. And these are choice. So if you've got the $20 battle pass, you're actually going to walk with two, one rare and one epic. And if, again, of course, if you want to progress further, the additional artifacts will be available for direct purchase. So what are the artifacts and what do they do? Who is your artifact and what does he do? All right. Well, on the screen, you can see several of these right now.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
On your screen, you can see several of these right now, and they are identified in the blog post. So we will throw this out here right now. You've got
my name's Detective John Kimball.
Benny Russell's typewriter. Okay, Benny Russell's typewriter is up there.
These are the 51 pluses. Important to note,
yes,
51 plus.
This is the rare.
Benny Russell's typewriter.
So here are your rares.
And I can't tell you that increases the quantity of solo outpost credits and elite solo outpost credits earned by all ships by up to 150% at the max level, and this applies fleet-wide.
Oh, so you're going to go into all the abilities. Okay, were those in the patch notes? Okay.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing it live.
Okay. Leaks.
Give me the next one. What else do you want to know today?
You got the leaks.
You want to know about the cup?
Hang on. Would you just hang on a second? I'm reeling right now. Silvertap says, is that a free rare one? It can be. All right. It can be because there's multiple rares that you have to choose from. You get to choose the one that you want. All right. So you've got the typewriter. You also potentially have right over here, ladies and gentlemen, that would be Picard's Earl Grey teacup. All right. Picard's Earl Grey teacup.
You mean the one that increases base isolatic damage against outpost and outpost retaliation hostiles for all ships by up to 300% at max level, which also applies fleet-wide?
I think that would be it, and that's also one that you could choose for free. Okay, we're
spilling the tea.
All the tea. Okay, so then you also, let's see, what do we have here? Does anybody recognize this? This is a Strange New Worlds artifact. Anybody got this one? Anybody? I want to
That
see
is
if
not.
you got, yeah.
That's not a Strange New Worlds artifact, is it?
Yeah. Those are Kirk's.
Aren't those Kirk's spectacles
Are
from?
they TOS Kirk, or are they? I thought they were the new Strange New Worlds Kirk. It might be TOS Kirk. These are Kirk's spectacles. Now,
well, let me put on my glasses and tell you that they increase the apex barrier against outposts and outpost retaliation hostiles for all ships by up to 7,500 at max level, and that also applies fleet-wide.
Okay, now just for clarification, that is an epic. The teacup is an epic. All right, so that's your $20 battle pass. Just throwing that out there. Let's see, what else do we have? Anybody recognize this little doodad over here? Anybody recognize that little doodad?
Where are you pointing?
Vul says Kirk had those glasses in Wrath of Khan. Okay, Wrath of Khan.
That's what I thought.
Gotcha. I thought those looked like the ones that he was wearing. Anyway, okay. So next you have Janeway's antigen bomb. That's right, Janeway's antigen bomb.
Oh,
by the way, this one is a rare.
This is a G-rated show. We call it the Janeway antigen device, not bomb.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And this one is a rare, so you can get this one out of the free track. That will help out a little bit here. That's Janeway's antigen device. That's a rare.
I just wish that it increased the quantity of loot earned from Origin Sector hostiles by 125% at max level.
Well,
and it does.
Holy God. Okay, this is leakier than even I would be. All right. Then over here, this is the one that I found to be the most interesting / a little bit weird. Ladies and gentlemen, you have this rare artifact, which is Jonathan Archer's polo ball. That's Jonathan Archer's polo ball. It is a rare artifact. And sadly, Enterprise getting the least amount of love from CBS. And, of course, Scopely Digit, Griffin, because this one might potentially not be the most valuable one to choose from, as it is an isolated defense boost against V'ger hostiles. So, isolated defense, we get a lot of sources.
What do you mean? You take that ball, you hit the V'ger hostiles in the face, you get up to 150% at max level.
True that. The blog has what the artifacts do? Okay, great. I didn't realize that. Okay, fantastic.
Oh, they do?
Okay,
oh, that's not nearly as fun and exciting. Who ran on my parade?
I thought we were breaking the rules.
Thanks, Master Viper.
Third Life, thank you for your 10 months resub with Prime. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right, the next one here is Trelane's Metals. Now, Trelane, that's an interesting name. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. Trelane's Metals. This is also a rare that you can choose for free out of the free track. This one is going to be applying critical mitigation against the Academy training and combat drones, including those in duo wave defense. All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, this one's big, and it will go up to 400,000 at max. When I play tested this, Thad, baby. Okay, this could be a free rare, and this is going to be pretty significant. Even the unlock, just throwing this guys at you, even the unlock is 60,000 critical mitigation. 60,000. Wow. That is level 1 on the unlock. All right. While we're talking about the unlock, let me specify that there was a very significant shift in the way these artifacts are written as well. All right.
Yeah. Based on your popular feedback and demand and making them more valuable to you rather than, hiding everything behind that max tier.
You got it. This is one. And by the way, I fully endorse this. I believe that this is going to be a good thing for everybody, although there are still some interesting goals to shoot for when you get the deeper spend and the deeper penetration into this. But for example, you're going to have, stop it. You're going to have some pretty significant bonuses up front. Okay, up front, and they will kind of level out. This is a feedback change where they're trying to offer a little bit more value up front, while there is still value going deeper into the upgrade path. But, somebody is going to come out and say, law of diminishing returns. That holds here. Okay, that does hold here. However, I think that it's also much more valuable that people have some real value in this up front. All right. So you're going to see, for example, we just talked about with Trelane's medals, 60,000 critical mitigation on the unlock. That is going to be useful to anybody participating in duo waves who has a tier 6 or less, or even probably a tier 8 or less. Anybody. Because listen, these waves, has anybody actually defeated a level 80? I doubt it. Okay.
No.
So this is a pretty significant thing, even on the unlock at 60,000, but it will scale up to 400,000. All right. So
that's with Trelane's medals.
Trelane's medals right here. So that's pretty significant. Any questions on this? Polar Bear says, is it paid to get it? Well, it's paid if you want to go faster, but everybody will have a choice of the free of one of the rares if you go free. So that would be Trelane's medals, the polo ball, the antigen device, and so those are those three. And then the three epics are the typewriter, the teacup, and the glasses. So you've got three there. And for some reason, Griffin's got a little random Syndicate XP thing down here, and I'm not sure what that is.
Where? What Syndicate XP?
This little thing right here. That's a Syndicate XP badge, and don't get it twisted. There's no reason for that to be there. Okay.
Well, that was not my fault. That's directly from Obsidian Hamster.
Divine says unlock great, but upgrading them good luck. Divine, listen, be careful with this. Is this not what we have been yelling for? Easier access to getting it in the hands of players at an early level, and then making it a little bit more challenging and a little bit deeper spend to max out these benefits. The alternative,
but even then, roughly like the first half dozen levels being the most effective, the most consequential levels to have.
For sure.
I mean, it's a great formula.
So George says, what is the sourcing for unlock and leveling up? Well, just shared that with you.
You can buy any of them on the day of launch. You just get in there and hit them up. How many do you want? You want 10? Guess what? Thanks to Griffin, you can get on to StarTrekFleetCommand.com, and everything on that store that is unlimited, even the brand new ones for that month, have a shopping cart, so you can buy 10 right in a row.
That is true. They're all going to have shopping carts on it for those of you who just want to slide them out real quick. Now, in the month of release, you have the sourcing as we've described. A free rare in the free track with the SMSs, and a free epic in the elite track with the SMSs included. And so then if you've got the elite track, you're going to get one free rare and one free epic, and that's on the unlock. From there, upgrading them will be in IAPs this month. However, they have confirmed, albeit not shared, and I have a feeling I know where it's coming from, but I'm not at liberty to discuss just yet.
That tonight's going to be a good night?
That tonight's going to be a good night. That the sourcing path will be introduced. You know what? I'm just going to say it. With the introduction of seasons. The introduction of seasons will contain a little bit more permanent upgrade path for these things. All right, so this first month, you've got the sourcing as we've described. Additional sourcing, if you want it now and you want it fast, you're going to pay to accelerate, but there will be a path that is already established, and that path will launch very, very soon. All right, continuing on. Here we go.
Will also be available for direct purchase in the store, allowing you to unlock or upgrade additional artifacts. Second up is the brand new Battle Pass Starship Exchange, open to Commanders Ops 20 Plus. This is by far the largest expansion of ship sourcing I've ever seen added into the game. You can earn Starship Exchange choice tokens through both the free and elite tracks, and ultimately cash them in for your choice of eligible Starship blueprints or ship-specific upgrade parts. Now, what does that mean? The starships available in the exchange will vary based on your ops level, with the hope of providing a selection relevant to your current progression and giving you more freedom to advance the starships you want.
Very quickly, just answering a couple of questions in chat. George says, what about older artifacts that we don't have yet? Nothing new for this particular month, but those sourcing items are on the radar. I know that they're going down and kind of checking on some of those things. But as far as M94 goes, George, this is what we've got here. And the next question I saw here was Canine Tooth's question. This is a great question. This is an absolutely
good
brilliant question, so listen carefully. He says, can we save any of these tokens for use in a future month if there are artifacts that we want later? The answer is no. Okay, these are M94 exclusive tokens, and I'm going to go ahead and throw out. Now, I can't imagine that the feedback is going to be very bad on this. I just can't imagine that. However, they were very, very, very careful to point out that this is an experiment, and it is not guaranteed for the future. They're going to run it. They're going to look and see how it performs. All right, which I think we all know what that means. They're going to look and see
do
how
you
it
engage
performs.
in it.
Yeah,
very simple.
How does it perform? And then they're going to evaluate that data and see if this is something that they want to continue. I personally have been advocating for stuff like this all along. This is, for me, this is a very clear example of agency, player choice. Happy players spend money, give players value. If the value proposition is there, people are going to spend. So they're going to put this to the test here. But do be very clear. This is not guaranteed to run again in the future, and these tokens will expire at the end of this arc. So K9 Tooth, to answer your question in short, spend them this month or forever be sad by the stocks of tokens in your inventory.
This list is subject to change, of course, but for now, we have the following. For Ops 20 through 34, the Botany Bay, the USS Franklin, the Discovery, the Ferengi Devor, and the Devar, as well.
All right, very quickly, I want to break down this screen. There's been a lot of confusion about this screen because you've got an ops bracket over here, but then you have different ops brackets over here, okay? So let me turn off the cat here just so you guys can see the full screen. Here, this is going to be a lot of data that we just spit out at you. All right, so here is the actual answer from... Oh, yeah, I'll probably forget to spend at least something. This is the actual direct answer from STFC HQ, which is that this was more or less just kind of a way... this 20 through 34 over here was more or less just kind of a way to help identify and help break down, help group these ships. The long and short of it is they don't want players to be overwhelmed by a massive store. For example, if I'm Ops 70, I have absolutely no interest in building a Botany Bay, so they're not going to show it to me. All right. Now, in some of these cases, that may be a little presumptuous. Okay. However, they are not going to show up for everybody, okay? They're not going to show up for everybody. So these ops levels over here, and I'm just going to skim through them real quick to make sure that these are the latest data, and it appears that they are. So, for example, Botany Bay, 20 through 23. If you're ops 24, you're not going to see it, okay? If you're ops 34, you can get a Devor. If you're ops 35, you're not going to see it, okay? Right here. George, this is the question that I got answered just for you. Just for you, George.
Ooh.
All right.
Custom.
George was under the impression that G7 was only going to have just the Vengeance or just the Excelsior. Okay. That is actually not the case. Anything that you see here with a plus will go all the way up. So, Reliant, you will have access to. Do keep in mind also, there are two exchanges here. Two exchanges. One for the blueprints themselves, and a second for parts. If you already
Are you sure about that? I think that they're all in the same store. Are they not?
Well, yes, it's in there, but that will give you access to, it's a Battle Pass Starship choice token. And you will be able to exchange for your choice of blueprints and ship upgrade parts.
Or the specific ship parts. We're not talking about interceptor parts. That's later.
No,
We're talking about like Vidar parts and blah, blah, blah.
That's right. So right here, if I want to spend my Starship choice token on the Reliant, but I already have a Reliant, then I can get Reliant parts.
Bingo. Okay. This is what makes this so great. I mean, literally, who doesn't need a ship part somewhere?
Okay, blueprints or parts. All right, so let's fast forward over here to the next bucket.
Devor and the Devar, as well as the USS Reliant.
The Navar? think that was up.
Are you kidding?
28.
Are you kidding?
No, it's
Do you
fine.
want to hold on a second?
No.
Are we
Hold
pausing
on.
each other's videos
No.
now? And we're critiquing.
Oh my God,
we're
no.
critiquing Freudian slips.
No,
is that what's going to happen?
No, absolutely not. I just wanted to clarify for the community that you meant the Vidar, not the Nivar. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well,
I was just clarifying. Look at him standing up.
it's been a touchy day.
All right, so looking at this screenshot here, Ops 28 through 52, again, just a little bit of a bucket thing here. But you're going to see, again, board cube, Ops 28 plus. Ops 28 plus. So if you're Ops 65, you will be able to get the board cube, blueprints, or parts. Okay? Serene Squall, same thing, Ops 30 plus. Voyager is going to shut off at Ops 50, or technically at 51. Okay, so Ops 34 through 50 would be Voyager. I do want to note something very important on these as far as blueprint acquisition, and this hurts my heart, but I will share with you as soon as we're done going through these parts, all right?
50, there's the Borg Cube, the Serene Squall, and the USS Voyager. For Ops 35 through 50, there's the Devore Fisha, the Vidar Talios, the USS Franklin A, the USS Cerritos.
All right, coming back here very quickly. Again, you'll notice these are all bracketed, so a G6 player is not going to see any of the 4 of these. All right, coming into the 40-plus bracket here, now this list starts to get pretty big, okay? So you've got 40 through 60, Monavine Enterprise, NX-01, the Eviscerator going through 70. Hi, Nico. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into the litter box.
Hey, Nico.
The Protector and the Eviscerator shut off at level 70. Okay? Very, very important to note. However, also important to note, and I love this right here.
Ooh.
This is the screen I'm living on. Well, this one and one more. Okay? Vindicator, meh. Relativity, Revenant, Junker, Dauntless.
Boom.
Okay? The Dauntless parts.
Including parts.
Dauntless parts. Okay? Which, man, what a slow ship that's been and what a powerful ship it can be. Man, I want the Dauntless parts. All right, I'm going to live here. Moving on.
The Enterprise NX-01, the NSCA Protector, here,
and
then you got Ops 51 plus with the Excelsior, Ops 70 plus with the Vengeance, meaning that you will also be able to get blueprints. But if you already have the Vengeance, you will also be able to get Vengeance parts.
Beautiful. Happy day.
Parts.
As the idiot presenter does say after these slides, just FYI.
Okay. Now, yes, I know, and I wanted to clarify this very specifically because there's been a lot of confusion about whether it was blueprints or parts or what I could do with this or that. Why didn't they add the Athena? It was still considered a little bit new for this quote-unquote event store model. Okay, which is pretty much what it is. And we always go back and talk about event stores kind of being catch-up mechanics. Canine Tooth, I'm going to come back and address your question in just a moment, so hang tight, all right? So this is good for Vengeance parts, Excelsior blueprints, et cetera, et cetera. Now, here's the bad news, all right? I do not have the math on how many blueprints or parts are going to be available. We're going to have to examine that and see what the value, what the worth is going to be. They tell us that it is going to be several $100s worth, is what they tell us.
Ooh.
So I do not know what that's going to look like, but that would also probably involve, if we're saying several $100s worth, they're probably implying that you're going to spend all of your tokens on one singular thing. Polar Bear says, is that in Billy from accounting math? And yes, it obviously is. So that's going to be in their evaluation. All right. Alex says, so basically nothing. I'm not going to say that. But now if you're looking for Vengeance blueprints, yeah, I don't think it costs 1,000 blueprints to unlock that ship. I don't think you're going to be pulling 500 blueprints out of this battle pass, for example. No. But on parts, it could be good for several thousand parts. Again, that's why I say I want to look at the exchange. Dauntless parts may perhaps be more valuable than Vengeance parts in this particular case. So we're gonna have to see, and we'll look at that data once we get there. Okay. Now, here's one other sad piece of news, and Cruzito's asked it. Admiral Shepard has asked it. Jason Vinek will ask it once he does ask. Here you go. Here are the locks Okay, here are the locks. We've already given you all the ops locks. So now here's the number of blueprints that are available for pretty much the Revenant on back. So here, I'm just going to read these out because I can't put it on screen. Botany Bay, Franklin, Discovery, Devore, Vidar, Borg Cube, Voyager, Fuchsia, Vidar Talios, Franklin A, Cerritos, NX-01, Monavine, Eviscerator, Protector,
and then,
Vindicator,
and then
Relativity, and Revenant. You will be able to unlock the entire ship. All right? I would imagine that's if you spend a majority of your tokens, depending on your ops, but you will be able to unlock the entire set of blueprints. The Junker, Dauntless, Reliant, Squall, Excelsior, and Vengeance. Take the Vengeance out. Excelsior, Squall, Reliant, Dauntless, and Junker will allow you to source up to 50% of the blueprints, a half unlock. And now I'm being told, and I see it here. Thank you for your answer to our query. You will have available 25 Vengeance blueprints. 25 Vengeance blueprints. So that's a little light, but hey, I mean that's a Vengeance is mine milestone or two. All right.
That is 12 more than you had out of the refinery.
That's true.
12 days
and
worth.
Lastly, that is true. It's better than 0. Okay. DOS says 25 out of 1,000, but again, it's a $20 battle pass. All right. So they weren't going to give you a Vengeance for it. Okay. And why I say, to be honest with you, me personally, I might be looking at something other than the Vengeance. Again, we're going to have to look and see what those parts look like.
I would if I were you. Are we at the stage of the game now where you can skip the Vengeance and just go straight to your G7 uncommon?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Not
Still
yet.
not?
I mean, some people might argue that you can, but I don't know. Now, here's the last little bit of news because people are going to ask, and obviously it's a thing for me. Killer, thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, God. What now?
He's talking about...
Killer J 2151 cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, make it go deeper. Penetrate deep.
Killer!
Deeper.
It didn't even...
Daddy.
It didn't even... Bro! God.
Nasty.
There's 400 people watching this channel right now, and that's where you go with it? You are killing me, Killer. God,
you're on timeout.
Shame on you. Shame
That's
on
the dunce
you.
cap right there. Where the dunce cap?
Anyway, here, back to this comment. There are a number of ships that you will not be able to earn additional blueprints for if you already have the ship unlocked.
Watch Killer like, hey, sorry, wrong chat. It's like, what other chat are you watching?
I know. Here you go. The number of ships that you will not be able to earn additional blueprints for if you already have the ship unlocked, and those ships are as follows. The Vengeance, the NX-01, the Talios, the Monavine, the Relativity, the Revenant, the Junker, the Dauntless, Reliant, the Squall, and the Excelsior. All right. Those are the ships, and I do appreciate STFC HQ for giving us clarity on those.
Those are the ships that what? You only said it once.
Those are the ships that will not grant additional blueprints if you already have the ship unlocked. Stradalorian says, but DJ, you don't have a Junker. Here's the problem with that. My account says that I do. Because when you demolish a ship, apparently, it does not turn off the trigger for you owning said ship. So every single Ferengi store and event store and even pack offer and everything else that's ever come out ever since then will not allow me to reacquire my GS31.
Working as intended, everybody.
All right. Alex says the Squall doesn't make a lot of sense when you can get any number of Squalls in the Transigen refinery itself. Well, good news is you don't have to, because you have such great sourcing over there, you don't want to spend your loot here for a Squall. You can get parts, okay? You can get parts, but you just can't get the blueprints. All right. Shepard says, can I not fix that for you? Yes, but the community made me swear not to. I have to wait until everybody else can get a second junker before I can get mine back. Can you demolish? Can you demolish a vengeance? No, you cannot. All right. So anyway, there you go. And so when I asked for this, and they answered, by the way, Griffin, after we already had gone live, I put a note in thanking them for sending us the clarification. I said, "Thank you, we're live now." And he responded, "Yep, I see that. And yeah, sorry, no extra junker for you. Sorry, DJs."
Working as intended.
Really?
I gotta get you a shirt that says that. I see no problem. I see zero problem.
Okay. So anyway,
and if you want to know why I have no problem, just go back to our YouTube channel and watch the short about the Demolish demo, and YouTube will see.
Yep, there's that. So anywho, Dustin says, "Hey, I need a squall. I might actually do that." Coyote says, "Could you source a second cube this way?" Guess what? The cube is not on the restricted list. Very interesting. I don't know if that was an omission or not, but the cube.
So if you thought arenas were broken before, Scopely says, "Hold my beer." You get a cube. You get a cube.
You get a cube. Yeah, cubes are old news. Well, here's the thing. Jason V-Neck, I can tell you what he's going to be spending his currency on. He wants an 8th cube.
Nothing but cubes.
I know.
Nothing
he wants
but
all
cubes.
the cubes. Benny Hill
He's
says,
gleaming the cube.
How many Excelsior blueprints can you get? You can get a half unlock, which I believe for the Excelsior would be 100 blueprints, right? Isn't it a 200 blueprint ship?
Yes.
So you could get up to 100 Excelsior blueprints out of this store. All right, that'd be a half unlock. So there is some clarification on the ship, blueprints, parts, and ops targeting. So I circle all the way back 20 minutes later to George being very upset that G7 only have the Vengeance available or the Excelsior parts available, and that's not true. You've got Dauntless in there. You've got other things. Now, Canine Tooth is going to come back in with the Super Whale question, and I'm going to tell you that question was very well represented in our product meeting by another fellow Super Whale, Griffin X16, in which the question was, Griffin, what if I have every single one of these ships fully maxed and don't want to earn anything extra or don't want to build additional ships? The answer to that is good question. We're going to see if we can come up with a converter or a sync for you. We will circle back with you coming up very shortly. Go ahead, Griffin.
Yeah. For those of you who have 1.5 million epic, what are the Vengeance ones called? Because they give them away every single day on Vengeance's Mine. It's like if you can fill your swimming pool filled with Vengeance parts, but your Vengeance is already maxed. There's not very compelling. The feedback was this is, for the late game players who are typically the higher spending players, this mechanic can be very much a non-starter because your participation is limited by the fact that you've already done it all. So then what now? You don't want to punish that player. You want to incentivize them even more because they are all after all the ones who have unlocked everything. Mm-hmm. And so as a result, there must be a way that they can possibly engage and still get a value for their... Otherwise, there might not be very many if all you're buying is, as you said earlier in the chat, transporter patterns. What's the point of that? Yeah. Or in this case, these ship parts that you don't need. Yeah. So I think that part of the story remains to be written, but I am optimistic because the notes were taken feverishly.
Yeah, this was brought up just a day or two ago in the product meeting. It was brought up again today, and we're told that they're looking at it. Okay, so
it was brought up in Dublin, face to face.
Yeah, so they are examining, but it just wasn't ready for the purposes of this particular thing. Alpaca says, "I've got those ships already." Well, then you can still get parts, but I mean, if you already have all of them maxed, then we have asked for some type of overflow mechanic for you. Okay. Omega says, "What about blueprints for the Athena?" Athena didn't make the cut. I'm going to imagine that this is probably just simply because the Athena is just so new. And this is an event store type of mechanic. And if you go back to the event store days of old, all right, this is very reminiscent of that. and that was very much known by the community, Griffin, as a catch-up mechanic and kind of an accelerated catch-up.
Event stores were always catch-up mechanics. You'd only get them once every 3 months, and they were a catch-up mechanic, not for the current stuff, but for the 3 to 6 month old and older stuff. Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Third Life says, I don't have the Excelsior, and I don't have the Sphere. Notice the Borg Sphere is not in this list either. So you got the Sphere, the Athena, which are still within their traditional sourcing paths right now. So that's probably why Omega Prime, but it makes a little bit of sense, but nonetheless. All right, I want to continue on because we've got more to get to in this video, and I've got more notes and stuff that I want to share with you as well.
Ops 70 Plus, that's right, the USS Vengeance. Now, I want to point out that not only are blueprints available within this mechanic, but there are also specific ship parts available as well. So if you're chasing a ship for an unlock, great. If it's already unlocked and you're trying to upgrade the ship, also great.
Also great.
And you can't beat that. And third, we have the updated Battle Pass Supply Exchange, which builds upon the existing Choice Token program. Ops 20 Plus commanders will continue using the existing Battle Pass Material Choice Token to claim their choice of eligible materials and resources, but new for Ops 40 Plus commanders in Update 94, instead of earning a predetermined mix of FKR ship parts directly from the Battle Pass, maybe you need them, maybe you don't, you'll earn BP FKR ship part choice tokens. Use these tokens in the Battle Pass Supply Exchange to claim your choice of eligible, uncommon, and rare Interceptor, Battleship, Explorer, or Survey ship parts.
Pause! Can we
I messed this up. I messed this up, but it's not my fault. They were not clear.
What did you mess up?
Well, this part is true. This icon right here, and when Griffin makes a video, I love to put the actual icon you're going to see in the game because it really helps me. Otherwise, I get horribly confused. But this supply choice token is, in fact, for your FKR ship parts choice. That being, do I want the Interceptor parts, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. There is still, which I referenced in the beginning of this paragraph, there is still actually a fourth event store, a fourth choice, which is for your materials.
Yes.
And my wording was very ambiguous there. So you're not losing the ability to get your crystal, your ore, and your gas. It is in a fourth, and I don't have that icon in this because they didn't give it to me, but it's like it looks like a yellow hourglass. So that is still there. You are still earning your materials exchange and now a separate ship parts exchange. In addition to the other two, that makes 4 exchanges, 4 opportunities for choice, not 3.
Actually, there is even one more in there. So they did not split resources and materials, to be very clear. I want to be clear on that. They did not split resources and materials. So Trite still goes with Crystal. Gas still goes with Dill.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
You do have resource and materials. Those choice bundles are actually staying the same. Okay. So you are still getting resource and material bundle choice tokens. Those exist, and we're told that those are not changing from their existing values. Okay.
Correct.
Now, the one that we're talking about right here, the supply choice token, all right, this is in direct feedback form for parts, FKR parts, all right? And for a lot of the VIP community, they talk about rare parts all the time. Rare parts, rare parts. Well, here you go. Starting for Ops 40 Plus for your generation, I think your generation -1, you will have the opportunity to earn these ship part choice tokens for the Interceptor, Battleship, Explorer, or Surveyor parts of uncommon and rare variety. So, will a G7 player still have the opportunity at G6? The answer, we're told, is yes. But most importantly, for those of you in G7 looking for G7 parts, then yes, those were going to come in uncommon and rare. And so these are parts only exchange. Divine says, so what do 71 plus get? Just survey? I said generation. So G7 parts are going to be, let's say if you're up 71, that's going to be uncommon, not rare. It's going to be uncommon, Interceptor, Battleship, Explorer, or Survey. So you'll still have an opportunity to start earning those even at up 71. All right. You won't start getting the rare parts, I believe, until 73. I think is what it looks like. 73 is where the rare parts will kick in. But there are opportunities for rare points there. Okay, continuing, because there's still more.
Both tokens can be used within the Battle Pass supply exchange, giving you one destination to choose the supplies that best fit your...
George says, will an Ops 72 have an opportunity at G6 parts? We're told yes. We were told that you would be able to go down one generation. So if, for example, if you still want Vengeance parts, for example, like I would still want Vengeance parts, I will be able to, well, Interceptor parts. I could still get G6 Interceptor parts if I wanted. For me, I'm ages away from building a G7 uncommon. So it may be more advantageous for me immediately to, give me more payoff now to continue working on my G6 ships. All right. And that's what we expect to see. So you will be able to get your generation -1. Is what we're told.
There you go.
And to be honest with you, what they were trying to do with that was to limit the number of bundles you see. They're actually, crazy enough, there's been feedback about there being too much choice.
This is surprisingly a huge red line issue at Scopely in Dublin. I heard that mentioned many times. Oh, we don't want to overwhelm the players. Oh, so many choices. Meanwhile, you have creators like Tarpitude going, hey, the more choices, you want to show me 80 choices, show me 80 choices.
Right.
So I really think this is a result of the feedback and the individual survey forms that are being filled out. You guys, let me tell you, they actually read and put on charts and graphs. Everything you write in those surveys, they don't go in a trash can. They literally go on people's whiteboards, and decisions are made based on those individual feedback surveys that you fill out. I think a lot of people probably put that on. It might not be representative of the whole class, but the next time you get a survey, you got to fill it out because they do take that feedback. And I think that's where this came from.
Yeah, this one especially because they were looking at making sure that players had stuff that they were access to. But for example, does a G7 player need access to G4 parts? No. So they're going to remove that out. Jen says, what does an Ops 72 need G6 parts for? I don't know, my Vengeance maybe. Or maybe I haven't maxed my Crenshaw yet, and I still want to do that so that I can max my Vengeance. I mean, me personally, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. So, Anywho, there are some cases where even an Ops 61 may still be working on their G5 Epic. So you will be able to punch down there a little bit, but they're not going to give you G3 parts, for example. Okay. All right, continuing because there's more. And
Progression. And then beyond the exchange token programs, there is a new focus on expanding Ascension particle sourcing within the Battle Pass as well, to where Ops 51 through 60 commanders will now also receive Ascension research particles, while the quantities available for Ops 40 through 50 will increase from what they have been previously. That's great. And then...
No, and then. That's all I want.
For purchasers of the Elite Battle Pass unlocks, the web store will be offering triple the multiphasic credits normally available for that particular purchase. And then...
Pause! This is the first time we've seen something like this, which is actually really cool. I am actually, this is crazy. I am actually going to give General Manager Connor a little bit of credit here. Griffin, we've been talking about the multiphasics. We've been talking about how they need an inflation. And they said that they wanted to do that inflation, but they wanted to do it the harder way. They didn't want to just increase the multiphasics. They wanted to make the bundles feel more valuable. Well, this seems the opposite of that. When I talked to him about that, he said, listen, to us, we still want to do this, but we didn't have the bandwidth, we didn't have the manpower to rewrite all those grades of bundles. So in this interim, we're offering extra multiphasics, which I know is exactly kind of the opposite direction we wanted to take, but we wanted the inflation to be in the hands of players right away. So this is step one of that, where you're going to see more multiphasics being offered, not in every pack, but in some of the specialty packs as they continue to work on the inflation for the multiphasic bundles. And this is a great start. This right here, I think, stands a potential opportunity at taking somebody who may have been a $20 Battle Pass spend and possibly making them pop on up into 100 Battle Pass territory, possibly somewhere in there. So this is, again, a conversion technique, and but one that is going to offer some additional value to players who are going in to purchase multiphasics. Okay? There you go. No and then. All right, continuing.
Purchase. And then, building upon the changes introduced in M94 for Ops 20 through 50 commanders, Ops 51 and Up commanders are also getting an expansion of specialty building upgrade materials across both the free-to-play and Elite Battle Pass tracks. The buildings that will be available for your participation will vary by ops level, of course, providing upgrade materials relevant to your place in the game. Again, this list is subject to change, but as of press time, we have for Ops 20 through 34, the Court of Q, the Command Center, and the Artifact Gallery.
All right, quick pause right here. We did say 20 through 34. I want to be very clear on what this is.
Well, the next slide will explain further. Just if you're Ops 20 through 25, these are the 3 buildings you'll see. And then 26 and up, you'll have another slide.
Okay. What the slide ends up being pretty much
Ops 35 through 39.
No.
Yeah.
So 20 through 34. 20,
oh, it is 34.
20
My bad.
Through 34. That's okay. I just want to provide clarification. 20 through 34.
4.
These are the 3 building materials that will be available in your choice token. Okay?
This is not my fault because
I understand.
It was 20 through 25 and then 26 through 34. They were the same ones.
They were the same slide.
Yes.
That's right. So I just want to be clear that there wasn't an ops group that got jumped over or no missing slide. It's Court of Q, Command Center, and the Artifact Gallery for Ops 20 through 34.
34.
All right. Polar Bear, exactly this. Why not all buildings for all ops? This is their attempt at curating a more targeted selection of rewards.
The word is meaningful. So you see things that pertain to you exclusively. However, we have the feedback has been shared. That is very subjective.
It is subjective.
Very subjective.
It is very subjective.
But that's the why. You want to hear the why? That's the why.
They are trying to, again, not make it so that you have 30 options to choose from. They're trying to kind of segment out what they feel and what their data indicates are your biggest needs at your particular level.
Which is a step in the right direction, because in the past, they would just give you Court of Q. Have a good time. Here's your Court of Q until Ops 34. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so now loosening the belt to them looks like, I guess we could do Artifact Gallery and Command Center too.
Yeah.
And so, we're evolving.
Yeah. It is a step in the right direction. There is still more work to do here. But again, I remind you that this is very much an experiment, and they're going to look at the data, and they're going to look at the survey information, and they're going to see that players are happy with this. And I'm going to encourage you guys to praise that and offer reiteration for improvement on the future instead of just saying, "Oh, I can't get this. That sucks."
Now
here's
a
cool
real question for you.
That we've got choice, but these are some things that may still be important to me at my ops level.
Here's a question for you, UltimatDJz. Maybe you can ask the kitty cat around the corner. What exactly are Command Center parts or materials?
So the Command Center is for your fleet commanders. I know you probably are not familiar with that feature. Yeah.
That's not what it said.
The Command Center is for your fleet commanders, quantum communicators, the fleet commanders. Which is
DJ?
super amazing.
DJ.
Yeah.
DJ. I'm not going to look, but is Cruzito watching?
Cruzito is absolutely watching. Yeah.
Oh God.
It's okay.
Damn it.
It's okay that you don't know anything about fleet commanders. It's fine. We forgive you. Okay, everything's good.
Shit.
All right.
That's how deep the Cruzito joke goes.
Yeah,
you're welcome, buddy.
It's big. All right, so that's Ops 20 through 34, Court of Q, Command Center, Artifact Gallery. Ops 35 through 39 is going to be your next breakdown here, and that will continue with the Court of Q, but now and the Artifact Gallery, but it's going to add in the facade and drop out the Command Center. I'm not entirely sure why, because I feel like players higher than Ops 39 could potentially still need to work on the Command Center. However, again, this is based on some targeting data and so forth that they have in an effort to not provide players with an overwhelming warehouse of 30 different choices. So Cruzito says, how do we catch up on buildings that were not early engaged? I guess you just continue in the loop that exists for that, but you will have an opportunity. Listen, maybe one of the three or something you need to go in, and then you can just dump all into that one, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. That's 35 through 39, Court of Q, Facade, Artifact Gallery. Ops 40 through 50, so the duration of G4. You've got District 56, the War Room.
Hey, what happened to my Emmy Award-winning video? You're not going to play it anymore? I'm leaving.
I just didn't want to read through the same things that I'm reading. I just want to break out the actual list from DevHQ. And I'm still using the slides. Look, the slides are still here. 40 through 50, which I thought was odd. It wasn't 41 through 50, but that's because the other one cuts off at 39. So weird thing, even though G4 doesn't start until 41, but whatever.
That's not canon.
Ops 40 through 50 is the Artifact Gallery, District 56, and the War Room. Okay? All right. So that's what you've got there. Ops 51 through 60, G5 players. You've got DTI headquarters, the War Room, and the Transigen Forge. All right. I could potentially use some help on my Transigen Forge, which is just funny because I'm a G7 player, and that's something that's not available to me because, I'm supposed to be past that. But, nonetheless. G6 players, Ops 61 through 70, you have the Recon Locust building. Is it Recon Locust or Lotus? It's Recon Locust.
Locust.
Recon Locust, the Signal Observatory, and Starfleet Academy's remote campus. Now, good news is most of you probably don't have any of these three buildings maxed. So that's a good thing for G6. And I am going to point out, me personally, I feel like G6 is the sweet spot for this battle pass. If I'm just...
That's why I said shout out G6.
Yeah. The sweet spot really does feel like G6 in this thing.
It does.
They've got the best officer. They've got the best building, specialty building parts, et cetera, et cetera. So shout out to you guys, G6 players. G7 players will then dump into the Warp Dive Bar, which is ironic because I feel like that one is not one I need a ton of help with. Right? Like...
it's not all about you, DJs.
I know. And the Signal Observatory and the remote campus. Listen, I can still use both of those. I'm not maxed out. Okay, I'm not maxed out. George, get out of here with that. You want parts for the substation relay building?
What?
See, that is your completionist popping out there. There's way more valuable buildings out there than the subspace relay building. However, I do agree that's a very slow building. So that is something they could have thrown out there. But yeah, G7 players, you got the Dive Bar, Signal Observatory, and the Starfleet Academy remote campus.
Add that to your player survey form.
Okay. Putt says, I disagree. G6 got, no, G7 has Winadami, brother. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah.
No, Winadami is G7. G6 is Rathacon Carol.
No, we're wrong. All right, Ops 20. No. Yes, we're wrong. Ops 20 through 39 get the Doctor. Ops 40 through 60 got Carol Marcus. Ops 61 plus get Winadami. Okay, Putz is right. Yeah, we missed that one.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. Winadami.
Good job, Putz.
Boo. Boo. Okay, not a big fan of Winadami, but it is what it is. Okay,
brother.
So there are your specialty building materials. Johnny 5 says G6 has her too. Not according to my notes. Not according to my notes. My notes say G6 and G7 get Winadami. Okay. Yep. So Alpaca says, "Dang it, still screwed on Adami." Yeah, not the best officer we could have chosen, but Vul says Adami is for base cracking. I'll take it. Hey, we got a Reaver now, everybody.
True.
That is true.
That's true.
And by the way, speaking of the Reaver, tools.
Yeah. What about it?
Tools inbound, which we knew there would be.
Tools.
So, hey, if you like cracking bases and you like raiding and you're after that Sigma and you want the Reaver and things like that, then, hey, this will have a month with a few extra little goodies for you guys who really, really like to raid. So, there you go. All right, let's continue on.
Finally, for Ops 71 and up,
Benny Hill's
we have the Warp Dive Bar, the Signal Observatory, and again, the Starfleet Academy remote campus.
No ending!
And finally, as we have recently become accustomed to, premium temporary boosts are also a part of the Elite Battle Pass purchase. This includes a 28-day warp bonus speed increase, 20 days of a 100% increase in hostile and armada loot, and a 28-day additional build queue if you have the spot open. So what do you think? If you're armchair quarterback.
All right, there you go. Great boost, and all three of them coming back this month. I do believe there might have been a typo somewhere that indicated that the bonus warp speed was 20 days. It is, in fact, the same 28 days.
28.
Yeah.
Did I put 20?
No, you have it correct, but I think the patch notes actually did say 20.
It's 28.
The blog, yeah, it is 28. So there you go. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the ultimate in choice rewards cause and effect M94 battle pass.
You now have your doctorate in the new battle pass.
Yeah.
Everybody out there watching, congratulations on graduating.
There you go. So lots of stuff. Now, I've seen some jokes about the currencies. There's really not that many currencies. You just have resources and materials redemption. You have specialty ship blueprints and parts redemption. You've got specialty building redemption. Officer redemption, and then your normal resources and materials. Did I actually say that already? I think I did. So there you go. Oh, and artifact redemption. Okay, so it's not necessarily that there are that many currencies. And then, all right, so not necessarily that many currencies, at least as far as, do this, mine that, exchange this, do that, whatever. You've got, hey, here are 5 tokens. You can spend them in each of 1 of 5 different stores so that you can segment your rewards the way you get it. So there you go. Third Life says, do the days start for the exocomp when you buy it? Yes, they will be auto pop unless unless you have something already in that slot, and then there's ways to stack it.
Shenanigans.
It's not necessarily shenanigans. It is shenanigans. You can do it with shenanigans. Okay, shenanigans. Detroit Rock City says, kind of tired of G7 players complaining that they're not getting more when almost everything that comes out is for them. So, first of all, I'm going to come back and say that would be more G6 plus. Op 61 plus is where a lot of the new content is coming. However, even this... Okay, here's my theory on this, Griffin. We were talking about this at the very beginning. I'm going to come back. This is my hot take. All right, Canine Tooth, this is for you. Cruzito, this is for you. I love everything about this. However, it's the same old song and dance, Stratolorian. That's right. If you've already paid for everything, what can they possibly give you? And that is a dilemma that they are facing. Personally, I back mine up a generation. I think G5 has the sweet spot. Okay, I think G5 has the sweet spot. Nico says G4 and G5 players are constantly overwhelmed with too many loops. Well, here is a beautiful, wonderful opportunity for you to fast forward a great deal in some of the stuff that might have been slowing you down. All right, so I personally think that G4 and G5 probably have the overall best battle pass here, but...
in terms of value, in terms of what you get that you can actually use, yes.
Yes, but Vengeance parts, okay, that's great for someone like me and most G6 and G7 players. The building stuff, I know my buildings aren't maxed. Griffin, are your buildings maxed? Your specialty buildings aren't? They're maxed. So we're going to have to push them for some type of overflow.
There are 2 things. There are 2 things they can give me. They can give me rare ship parts. They can give me faction rep. Those are the only 2 things of value in the game right now.
And I'm sure that a lot of G7 players feel that exact same way. I don't know if they're going to offer conversions into resources and materials. I just don't know because they are...
I don't see it either.
I don't see it, and I'll tell you why I don't see it, okay? We've actually been saying this for many months, and I think it should be really obvious to people. They're trying to build value in the side loops while attempting to control the resources and materials economy. That is what they've said from the beginning. That's what Cam has said for the last 4 months. is that the resource and material economy in this game is absolutely jacked. However, how do you reset that without infuriating your spenders? You have to provide more meaningful value in other areas of the game. This is
maybe late model officers. That's the other one. Maybe.
Yeah. This is a perfect representation of them continuing to try to build additional value in some of the side loops and specialty loops while potentially not inflating resources and materials, but still providing enough value that you guys feel like you want to spend on it. Okay? So
now,
I think that's important to note. We are seeing exactly what we've expected Griffin to see, is that they're building value. They're trying to build a little bit more enticement or a little bit more temptation for players to start spending and start feeling good about their choices again, while not continuing to damage, in their mind, the resource and material economy. I will say
I will tell you.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I
will tell you something interesting.
You go.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Cats first.
No.
Cats before dogs.
Okay.
Cats before dogs.
I will say,
because I have a wrap-up thought on this,
that we are going to continue to see more cost efficiencies for G6 and G7. I actually reviewed some very interesting data literally today for some cost efficiencies that are upcoming in a near future arc. And
and the playtest you didn't call me about when I missed at 11 o'clock because I was busy reworking a video for Hammy.
That wasn't a playtest, but I mean, you got the same invite I got. But anyway, nonetheless, it was kind of a meeting about some of these figures. And again, I'm just going to tell you, full transparency, because this is a hill that I've been dying on here lately. I want to see more value up front. Some of these research cost efficiencies, or not research, but some of these cost efficiencies that come in through research or favors or whatever else that they're going to be, felt really lackluster up front. They did have some really good depth to them, but I asked them to go back. I said, listen, I think you need a little bit more of a defining, it needs to be felt. We've got to have a defining presence when we unlock this thing.
Especially in the early stages, you said.
Yes. So that was a thing that we were talking about even today. So again, fully going to own that, but there are more efficiencies on the horizon. Shelby says, I don't need it 6 months from now. Well, the ones that I was looking at today are not going to be 6 months from now. However, they're not for M94. Okay? But there are going to be more things. And I will come back and say what I've seen a lot. And again, I've learned a lot out of the VIP Discord. I have truly actually had a good time over there. I know that some people have been a little bit grumpy with me being there, but I think most people have actually gotten to know me a little bit, hopefully. There's a few of them watching here tonight, so thank you guys for welcoming me in. I do genuinely appreciate it. And it gives me an opportunity to see that level of insight that I may not have seen before. What I'm hearing out of them a lot, Griffin, is ship parts. I hear ship parts 1,000%. And I can tell you right now that ship parts were a pretty important discussion in this. And I'll even tell you in my meeting this morning about the efficiencies that are upcoming. Ship parts, ship resources, ship materials, all that stuff was discussed for some of this upcoming content. So I'm doing my best for you guys as well. And I know that efficiencies, and the team knows that efficiencies are really, really important, because they've all admitted that the G7 economy, even not just in what they're giving you guys, but the G7 economy in cost, in acquisition, is completely FUBAR. So I think that we are going to see a lot of efficiencies that will present themselves, but it is going to take time, because that is how you wreck an economy, is do what you did with the Dolomites. It's going to take time, but they're going to continue dripping some of this stuff out. And a good example of that is the Gilded Shackle, which, by the way, is also going to launch on Thursday. Gilded Shackle will be officially unshackled with the launch on Thursday, helping with G7 parts, materials, and resource efficiencies starting there.
And Neelix.
And now that one they're not a big fan of. Just throwing that out there. Cruzito says, okay, real question. As a G7 player, what would make me want to buy the Battle Pass? Okay, well, that depends. How deep of a spender are you? Okay? Because for me, first of all, these things have become a way of life. Okay? I got to be honest with you. The warp speed alone to me is worth $20. All right? No, don't tell anybody I said that.
It's in my video. You got the epic artifact unlock. Many of them are compelling. And you get the rare and you get the epic. That's not worth $20 to you. But then you also get officer shards on the new officers that are coming into the game.
Yeah.
And if you don't like one or two of the 5 exchanges that you're exposed to, for sure you're going to like the other 2 or 3 or 4 that you're going to need on just your daily spend, your daily grind, your monthly progress. So the fact that there is value in unlocking the $20 elite. And it's not even the $100 elite. It's the $20 elite you need to get that artifact. I mean, that is a absolute no-brainer. That's why, as a G7 player, you would absolutely unlock that.
I think that's a really fair answer. If you look at any one individual thing, are you disappointed with the specialty building parts, Cruzito? Me personally, I am not. I don't have any of the 3 of these maxed, although the dive bar is less important to me. The Signal Observatory and the remote campus still provide value to me. So yeah, I will find value in that, but you may not. The ship parts, 100% right there. Okay, you've got the resource and materials, which you are always going to have out of a battle pass. And so
only now you get to choose what you want even more than before.
True. And then, of course, you've got the, like Griffin said, the artifacts. All right. And even the officer may not be your thing, but you've got the artifacts as well. So Alex says, I don't know. I'm not really liking the hard sell. I mean, it's not. Here's the deal. We have always prided ourselves here in evaluating the value proposition. We have said before, when primes come out, for example, I'm going to use a prime for example. When a prime comes out and it has absolute definitive value, you're going to hear me say that is a must buy. Okay? Like if you spend money, I'll still to this day say that prime starts. All right? Prime starts is still very important to almost everybody G6 and down. I do see that G7's probably growing out of it. G6 and down, prime start is absolutely still to this day massively important. So we, Alex, will absolutely define value. I don't give a crap. I'm not selling battle passes. They are, okay? And what they have observed and what we have heard Cameron Stewart say is that I want the battle pass to be irresistible. And
this is the point that I was trying to make a few minutes ago before we got sidetracked. What is a success for them in this battle pass? And Cruzito, you might be surprised what the answer was, but I heard it from Cam, and I also heard it from Game Design directly out of her mouth multiple times over the course of 2 days. And that is not how many they spend. Of course, that is the metric that they're interested in. But the most important metric now, even beyond the money that you receive from this battle pass, is it truly driving the engagement? Are people clicking on these rewards and redeeming them? Are people making it to milestone 20 to get that rare officer? The metrics that they are looking at are the popularity of participation. So if you like what you see on the battle pass, you've got to engage in it this next month so it returns and it improves. If you're wondering what makes it successful, it's not how many dollars they're making next month on this pass. It's how much engagement they drive out of it. And I think that is a very healthy way to look at the reparation of the trust. And when they say that trust can be built only through evidence, this is the evidence that they're talking about here. They're trying to make things that are compelling and interesting for us to engage in and participate in. And so that's why I'm very interested in these comments by Cruzito. And I think it was Canine Tooth, if not Shelby. It's like, I got to see really what's in it for me. I hope that you find value in it because I think that it's a huge step in the right direction.
I will agree. And I'm also going to draw a little bit of attention to some business common sense. All right. Because Cruzito, this has been your perspective for a very long time. I hear this all the time. I'm sick of them milking the whales. If they would only learn that microtransactions make more money, that there's more money, $20 for 10 people than there is for $100 out of one person, okay? I feel like this is also a pretty significant step in trying to practice that and looking at the opportunity to potentially convert other players instead of relying on the top 1% of the game to fund the entire game. You know? So I personally, just from a business perspective, this is something I've believed in for a really long time. I would rather make 100 happy customers with a $20 pack than 10 happy customers with, a $100 pack or whatever the math ends up being. But you know what I'm saying, okay? So this, I think, is also a little bit of a displayed shift in, are we just going to keep milking the whales? All right. So
in fact, I can't even tell you what's in the $100. It is such a non-focus item for them at this point. They have not even educated us what's in the $100 battle pass. All they want to do is drive a metric behind what is more compelling for free to play. How do we get them to level 20? And what extra value can we provide in this $20 elite? Nobody is even talking about the $100 battle pass. That's how laser focused they are on your feedback this month, which is what we've always wanted.
Now, Alex, this is interesting because this is a really important KPI for them. And they've talked about this. Cam has talked to me about this for 3 months now, is what they call a regular player. We actually put this in one of our videos before that made it into view screen when I was talking to SVP Cameron Stewart. One of their defining metrics right now. And let's see if this makes sense. You guys, and by the way, we've talked about this in the past. It makes sense to you guys. You guys have talked about it. One of their most important things right now are getting players back into the game. They define that as a regular player. A regular player, by their definition, is a player who logs in for 7 days. Alex says, I'm hearing that I need to not log in if I want to express my displeasure. I think that's a little strong. However, if you're logging in every day, then you're engaging, and that's what they're after. They want that engagement. And let me tell you, Alex, if you're logging in every day, you're in the minority. And that is a big problem that they see. They see not players logging in every day, not players trying to engage in the game every day. And Cameron has told me that it is one of his top goals is to get players back.
How else can you measure if it's fun?
Well, not only that, but okay, let me ask you this. Can you sell a product, even from a business perspective? Can you sell a product to somebody who's not in your store?
No.
Can you sell a product to somebody who's not engaging with your product?
Hell no.
All right. So I feel like these are basic building blocks. These are basic building blocks. And if they get players excited about coming back in, which this Battle Pass, I think, has an opportunity to do, if they get players excited about coming back in and excited about playing again, and what have we said for years? Happy players spend money. Then amazingly, they might find themselves in a situation where they start to solve some of their own problems simply through demonstrating a little bit of culture shift.
We've been saying it for months. This is the focus. And we've also been saying for months how both you and I have been approached individually on the sidelines, DJs, by former players going, hey, what, is this true that I heard about this is happening? Oh, they're going to do that next month? And people are really starting to, pip their ears up to pay attention and at least survey what is happening in the community in the game right now. And so that, to me, is a big win for
And then, of course, you can't have things like incursions and alliance tournaments launching this way. So, again.
Oh, my God.
Well,
what a disaster.
It was a disaster. And here's what I'm going to say. Like all the positive stuff that we're talking about tonight, Alex, here's my fair warning to Cameron and company. All right? This is great. I love this. Okay? I am thrilled to death with this. It matters not if the foundation of the game is not solid. And so this comes back to his 4 pillars. All right? Comes back to his 4 pillars, which are community, economy, technology, and culture. Any one of these pillars cannot exist and the entire building crashes down. Okay? So we have got to focus on everything. I do think this is great. I think this acknowledges a very important step in both community and economy. But if the tech isn't there, then it doesn't matter. The house of cards will still come down. All right. So I believe that it's very fair to say mission accomplished. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We still have a long road to hoe, but you've got to take steps. You've got to take steps. You've got to start making gestures.
Everybody in chat is saying that really what it boils, your comments sum to engineering department and what's going on with engineering and how can we fix, that end of the game. Duke Vengeance, you ask, when can we expect to see meaningful improvement on lag and on bugs? I'll tell you, when we identify specific issues, rather than just saying the word lag, they can be addressed and they can be looked at and they can be resolved. A good example of that is the GS31. That got a lot of feedback. How the, the gravitational blast was taking like 5 seconds. Did it work? Did it not work? When we specifically looked at that, they were able to squash that particular piece of lag. What we cannot do is complain about lag, because the people who are working on fixing lag in general are really interested in hearing what these specific issues are that are affecting you negatively, so they can go in and they can address them one at a time, some with more success than others. But they are evolving and improving their backbone. And it's not just about number of servers. It's about instances and how those instances spawn on servers and how they communicate back and forth between your device and the server. They're always looking at ways to streamline that. And you'll continue to see that as things roll out in the game that will save you a lot of time, like how they're handling claims coming forward. Yeah. Slow rollouts, but they are being worked on. But the advice that I can give to anybody frustrated about lag, and you can't go, well, they should already know this by now. You have to understand, most of this team is not day one. Most of this team has been trickling in. In fact, they have invested in more engineers in a larger engineering department and a restructuring that's more healthy in terms of the workflow of engineering. But that means that there are engineers who have been on this title for 6 months or less, or a year or less. So identifying specifically what you're talking about when you experience lag, what were you doing? What button did you push? Where were you? What event were you a part of? All of these things really go a long way to actually focusing them on what is the squeakiest wheel and fixing it. So you can see progress there. You're in control of that. The more specific feedback we give, the easier it is for that department to address it. But it is being addressed. So there are people going to work every day, believe it or not, who are laser focused on improving the client-server relationship of this game, which causes a lot of our problems. And it was really fun to see that happen firsthand with this Alliance Tournament rollout, and what ended up being more of an issue in game, less in game design and engineering and more in live ops. But they worked very quickly. As not great as communication was with Alliance tournaments and what was happening initially, they completely solved that problem inside of 14 hours. And you don't do that if you don't have a good engineering department. So there is talent on that team, and they're working very hard for you.
I will agree with all of that sentiment. I will remain grounded here when I say the list is 10 miles long. All right. And while I do understand that, and I share and agree that when I complain about lag, they're like, okay, DJs, that helps me not. I need to know more information. I need to know specifics. What was the timestamp? What were you doing? Where were your ships? For example, this crossover bug we had with incursions. Crossover bug just in, not even with the engineers. Okay, but just in player testing, we were able to try to kind of narrow it down a little bit. That had something to do with either ships being out of dock or relocating and things like that. And then we're able to provide some of that information to them, and they can go in and try to find something like that. But I am also going to maintain the technical infrastructure of this game is just absolutely awful right now. And this is one of their biggest challenges. And to me, they can't solve these problems fast enough. Okay, really truthfully. Technical, I appreciate the Battle Pass. I do. I continue to maintain that technical architecture is a foundation. It has to be improved. And honestly, it has to be improved on a faster rate than we're getting right now. I will jokingly kind of point out that on the early preliminary patch notes that I have, there is the following sentence. Improved server transfers during infinite incursions. allowing players to transfer to the opposing server faster and more smoothly.
Starting with the next one.
Things like this undermine the efforts being made to improve relationships with the community. Cameron is aware of this. He's very aware of this. And I've been very vocal about this. Listen, every time that we have, it's very much like we've said in the past. It's 2 steps forward, 5 steps back, you know? Marmac brings, hey, I love this one. What about the spam PMs? You know what? That was a mission accomplished thing 2 weeks ago. Hey, we're installing this new thing. It should be fixed in 24 hours. Buddy, instead, they're worse today, and now they've spread to EU and APAC. They're everywhere, okay? Things like this, to me, are crucial pieces of infrastructure that we just have to do better on. Have to.
Well, with this new awakening, this renaissance, if you will, I will say, without promising anything, of course, but I will say, global chat, alliance chat, the ways that we chat with each other in game, it is known that a rework is really needed. And now we are approaching a position of, in the past, nobody really owned chat. Now chat has been assigned to a team. And I'm sure that there will be iterations of what we use as a tool in game that will be to our great benefit in the future. Microsoft's little tool going away earlier this year that started all this nonsense with these chatbots and blah blah blah. Were they the catalyst for this change? Probably. But if you're gonna go into something as fundamental and as V1 as chat, which they say they have never touched in terms of programming, which is true. Have they added Veil Chat? Yes, but that wasn't touching chat. That was just copy pasting a new version of it. It was explained to me. Now you're looking at really going in and rebuilding a tool from the ground up and making it better, which is nothing that we've actually had on our radar in the last 8 years. They know it's important, and now somebody's assigned to looking at that in terms of it being a team instead of it's whose problem is it. Now it is somebody's problem, which is great.
That is true.
That's really important to acknowledge.
Yeah, there are more teams, and I will say that Cam has also made that a priority with regards to technology. He even told us very early on he was reassigning a lot of the dev team to go 75% infrastructure and existing mechanic and reallocating 75% to that and only 25% towards developing new content, whereas, and I know this shocks no one, 100% was focused on developing new content before, and that shocks nobody.
It's all engineering, and they still have their bugaboos. You guys, we have talked about version control ad nauseum.
111 kitty bitties,
Cruzito,
and says you can't have players in your store if they can't log in or get kicked out every 10 mins.
That's very true. Listen, iOS has problems too. There's more iOS problems, and I draw attention back to the mission accomplished thing that we shared here probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, where they said, hey, we just did a thing on some test servers where iOS should be performing 98% better. Show me. Because I play on iOS. I haven't really seen 98% improvement. Have you?
That was a random wild hair number. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are the failures or the setbacks or the disappointments, whatever. This is where we're not getting meaningful progression. Listen, value, sure, I see it. I see it right here. This is great value. This is great economy. I'm all for it, okay? But we have to do more. Everybody has to carry their weight. Everybody has to carry their weight, and that includes the tech core. And I'm not naming anybody or any one department even. That it's just technology, stability. We've got to sort out some of this stuff. Incursions this week, Alliance tournaments. Listen, if Alliance tournaments went off without a hitch and Incursions went off without a hitch, I bet you guys are actually feeling 25% better.
Pretty
today.
Good.
You're feeling better today, especially seeing this. We're seeing real change in tech. We're seeing real improvement in bugs. And now we're seeing great agency and player choice. But we had a terrible week. We had a really bad week tech-wise.
they continue to have difficulties, in my opinion, with the structure required to really get a grip on eliminating future problems of version control.
Oh, yeah.
Because the department is so large and there are so many aspects of the game. It has been famously said that there is not a single employee there who truly has their hands on and fully understands 100% of the code in the game. It's been so siloed and segmented for years.
True.
It's true. It's true that's the issue that they face. And when you talk about things like, and I asked this question directly, what is being done to address and eliminate the problem of version control going forward? That is still a major issue on the top of their list, because it's very difficult for them to get everybody on the same page to make sure that we don't go backwards. And there's a term, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know it, but the most recent version of what you're working on, making sure everybody is pulling from that instead of the one that was, live 3 days ago. And dang, does that problem got to get solved now.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. And so, anyway, long story short, there's some great stuff happening. This is by no means, things are fine. Everything is fixed. And I don't want that.
This is not the end of the happy ending of the movie?
Yeah.
No, it is not.
I don't want anybody to feel that. But
it's a good chapter.
It is a step forward. This is something that looks good, and it is something that is going to provide players some extra agency and hopefully provide some value this month. All right.
But does Billy from accounting have a dirty deed surprise for us? And that's what we'll be investigating later this week on Talking Trek. The structure and the bones are great. Let's talk about the economy. Let's talk about what you're giving me in terms of tokens. Let's talk about what we're redeeming. And do we get that Billy from accounting surprise at the end? Or will Billy actually turn over a new leaf and surprise us?
Perhaps. We'll find out. In the meantime, can give you guys just a little bit of a teaser as we await for Thursday's patch notes, but there will be some new Galactic Anomalies coming out this month, and we've kind of already hinted and teased a little bit about some of those things and what they're going to improve and or help or provide additional puzzles on for you as players and the loops that they're going to
get a third something.
I remember that. You're going to get a third something. All right. Yeah, that's a fantastic thing. So, anywho, there you go. What we will do at this particular point is we'll open up the chat. We'll ask a couple of questions. If you guys have a couple of questions, we'll take your hand raises if you guys would like to do that. We've got the Discord stage open. If you guys have some questions, then go ahead and throw it out. Sporting says, so no content pause. Again, so here's the thing. Content pause. First of all, that was never a phrase that I used. I always said slow down. They were never, ever going to stop. All right. I said from the very first interview, from the very first presentation I gave you guys from Cameron Stewart, it was 75% reallocation from previous to existing. They were never going to stop. Listen, no business can just cut off revenue for 2 months and then continue on like nothing ever happened. There are going to be things, but we have absolutely seen it. We've absolutely seen a slowdown in the loops and the jamming out of this.
I just can't wait for you guys to see Seasons. You have no idea what's coming for you, because instead of create a problem, build a ship, sell a solution, okay? You're talking about a content pause. You're thinking about what's happening in the game tomorrow. What about G8 and G9?
Oh,
you think people are working on G9 right now?
But by the way, listen, Jamabi, go ahead, replay the tape. Never once did I say, on behalf of Cameron Stewart or anybody else, that there was going to be a pause. All right. As a matter of fact, from the very first interview, and you can replay that tape, 75% reallocation from existing content to new. We are going to slow down. They're going to be slow. We're going to step into an anthology. We said that these arcs are going to be slow down arcs. Thank you, Killer J. Oh, boy. I'll read that here in a second. That there are going to be slow down arcs. All right. But they never, ever said, nor did we ever represent that they weren't going to do anything. And I got to be honest with you, Galactic Anomalies, I'm cool with something like this. All right. It's a
prime example.
Yeah.
It's an example of taking what you already have in your game that you've already grinded and received or paid for and upgraded, whatever. Mm-hmm. And how are we, instead of
creating a problem, building a ship or an officer, and then selling you the solution. How are we going to take what you already have in the game and tell fun new stories and create new puzzles for you to solve with technology and resources and property that you already own in the game, and using that, putting that to work? And when we talk about pausing content, it's not stopping everything that's new. It's about changing the philosophy of game design to here's what's in the game. How can we use it in new and creative ways? So instead of selling somebody 13 new ships in a 12-month year, how can we take what they have and tell a new fun and compelling story with it to reward you for your progress? Okay, so just you wait. It is coming, but there's no need to complain about, I thought you said they're going to stop all progress, because everybody knows that that's not going to be the case.
Well, and they
are focusing on the bugs.
Yeah, nobody said that was going to happen either. I want to be clear. And if they did, they misrepresented what this was going to be. It was always going to be a slowdown, and that's what we said from the very beginning. So, but it is a slowdown while they're dedicating a vast majority of their resources towards infrastructure, which it needs desperately, and then the development of seasons. Okay. Duke says content pause was the term used. Not on this channel. I know where that term was used, and it wasn't from this channel or any official channel. All right. It was never a content pause.
But true.
It was never a content pause. It was a slowdown, and we always said that.
Have you not seen a reduction of new content? Tell me you have not seen a reduction of new content in the game. Please tell me.
Joe Mobby, I literally never used the word pause, is what I'm telling you. I always said that we were going to be slowing down and 75% reallocation of staff to existing content with a 25% remaining on new content development. All right. But you can go back.
And challenge accepted. He's going to be up until 5 in the morning listening to your podcast to try to clip stuff out.
I love it. Go do that for me,
don't
please.
clip out things about these pause, okay? That's a different kind of pause.
So anyway, how are players supposed to express something when something isn't working, when tech support is greatly lacking? Good. You just got to do. Hey, okay, I'll give you one. Detroit Rock City, continue with the tickets. But I also would like to share that in the event of a serious thing, all right, like we had with the launch tournaments or even with incursions or things like that, Griffin learned about this a lot, and I was recently introduced to kind of this triage process that they have within customer support and within engineering. And I actually have a meeting tomorrow with the leader of, like, the supervisor of this triage department, the one who prioritizes bugs and things like that in, like, the what are considered to be code yellows and code reds. So I actually
Section 31?
Yeah, I have that meeting tomorrow, and I hopefully can be able to relay some of the frustrations we have with getting actual stuff relayed and escalated and so forth and so on. So I do want to point that out, that they are allocating resources towards trying to. They just, again, have a long way to go. Go ahead, Griffin.
That individual is the person who solved our GS31 gravitational blast bug.
Oh, the leader of this new triage situation. So yeah,
yes,
I get to meet them tomorrow. So we'll see what we've got coming over tomorrow, hopefully, and can help out. All right.
Ignis 137 cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, I love the New Alliance tournaments. Unpopular opinion, but FFs, can you make them show me how much loot I have?
See, simple win there. Simple win.
Yes.
Just fix the UI so we can see loot. You know, here's another thing. Another simple win is swapping morale and burning.
Why is that? Why you play that sound effect?
Because, again, you're really players are fussy about this one. Hey, but I do have one for you. All right, I do have one for you. Don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? One of the people I'm meeting with tomorrow on this agenda, and hey, you G6, G7 players, on this agenda is actually discussing maxing the original forbidden text. Now, I'm not entirely sure what needs to be discussed. Okay? I don't know what actually needs to be discussed about that. It just needs to happen. However, it's on the agenda, which means at least that sticky note got pulled off the wall, and now it's time to actually start a conversation about maybe doing something about it. At least that's what I hope.
Is that with engineering or with game design?
That is my meeting tomorrow with engineering and triage. All right.
They couldn't care less. They already said that's not their issue. They said talk to game design.
Well, that is on the agenda for tomorrow, whoever's going to be in this meeting. And I mean, there's like 6 or 7 people going to be in here. So anyway, listen, we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. And further, you could be negative Nancy about that and be like, well, they said they've been working on it for a year and just now they're going to start talking about it.
No, they've not said that. They've never said that. They have never said that. Nobody has ever said that.
That they were going to look at it and get back to us? Brother.
No.
Yeah.
No. Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Well.
But game design does know about it, and game design does want to fix it.
Well, either way, it needs to be looked at. It needs to be looked at, and at least we get an opportunity to talk about it tomorrow.
I can tell you, I thought I said this in Dublin. I can break the news that the reason why Forbidden Tech does not max to 60 has absolutely nothing to do with engineering in the game. It is ready to go. There is no problem.
Yeah, with a feature expansion that never came. So you know what? Just remove the prerequisite and unlock the daggone thing.
That's all game design.
That's it.
They can do it. They need to be told to do it. Engineering does not make the game. Engineering makes the game. Does that make sense?
I understand what you're saying. I'm fully aware of the segregation of responsibilities.
Oh, I'm not telling you. I'm telling the audience at home.
But this is something that is going to be talked about tomorrow, and hopefully it's something that actually starts to get some motion on it because it's on an agenda for tomorrow. So, again, why did it take this long? Can't answer that. But, again, steps, baby steps in positive directions. Some of these feedback items may be too slow for us. And to be perfectly honest with you, I empathize. The game's in a rough state technologically. We've got a list this long of stuff that needs to be fixed. The only way that you can do that is start chipping away at it one at a time. And it does feel like they're at least starting to look at chipping away on that list one at a time. But obviously we want it to be faster. Okay? We want it to be faster.
They are planning on chipping away one at a time. There is an actual list and there are reorganized teams. DJ said the 4 pillars. They do exist. And the pillars involving game design and economy, that's 1 pillar, 2 leaders. They're great people. And they are part of the team that is in place now that is actually listening to our collective feedback, which is great. These are not day one executives. These are people that have run around the time that Cameron has been, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little sooner. But they are the 2 people, economy and game design. Think about it. Those are the 2 most important people to your enjoyment in the game, other than engineering. And they are looking for these problems and solutions to fix. I'm sorry that some of you do not like correcting lore, but to me that's an important part of game design as well. Put that to the side. Other things like this Forbidden Tech thing, are they going to be big money makers? Are they like the #1 big product team push that's really going to pay the bills? No.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just about the fan service, and that Forbidden Tech is one of them. And never mind. I don't want to beat the dead horse. But the point is that fan service and what's right for the game, what's right for lore, what's right for the player logging in, everybody in that group is on our side, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, we just also have to get engineering to kind of catch up to what our expectations are.
For sure. And I am going to point out, while Neelix and Kim are something that most people aren't that fussy about, if we had Janeway's baseball in the game, I'm pretty sure somebody would bitch about that. Just throwing that out there, okay? I feel like that would be something that we would be fussy about.
I'm just so sick of hearing about what a dumb idea the Neelix thing is. I don't even want to hear it again.
Let's go to
Killer J 2151 cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, "Hey Griffin, quick question. Have you seen Odyssey? Odd to see these nuts. Does that get a third?
A third something.
You know what?
You get
this
a third
is another
something.
example. This is another example of what's wrong with you people out there. Let me tell you what's wrong with you people.
No, don't do it.
Here's what's wrong.
Don't do it, Griffin.
A world-class, amazing production is made. It is put in IMAX. It is put in Dolby Prime. It is put in everything. And what do you people come out of the theater and say?
No.
Oh, why are the battle scenes so loud? Oh, it's just so loud on the open water when the ship's being torn
torn apart by the ocean. What do you think it sounds like when you're on the open water? The person and people in charge of the sound design for that film should win an Oscar and a Golden Globe and every other award. And yet, what do we have? We have the negative Nancy saying, oh, but it was just so loud in the theater. Go what? You know what? Just go back and watch it on your 23-inch Magnavox tube TV with 5-watt speakers in it, and then don't complain, okay? If you want to go to the theater and get a good theater experience with good audio, guess what? Things are going to be a little loud sometimes, especially when the world is ending around you and your ship is being busted apart in 50 million pieces, and there's thunder and lightning and actual mythic Greek gods trying to destroy you. Yes, it's going to be a little loud. Sorry about it. And you know what? Neelix is the morale officer and should be the morale officer, and I am proud that he's the morale officer. And you can suck on that, you dumb babies. Jesus God. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm lightheaded right now. I'm just so giddy and overcome with emotion at this particular moment. Thank you, Griffin. Appreciate that. You are a man of fine many words.
I do what I can.
Thank you.
And God bless it, Shelby. Congratulations on your G7 Rare. I cannot wait for you to blow me up. In fact, I'm going to go to the Veil right now.
Positive.
Get your ass out there and tell me. I want to lose to your G7 Rare. Tell me where to go.
Congratulations, Shelby, on the construction of your G7 Rare. Let's go back to the TTS. We've got a couple more. Cruzito is up next.
Cruisertog X cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, starting to look at the bugs, have been blowing smokes up our arses to this point?
No, I think what we have lacked, Kretzagog, is we have lacked a clear and definite to-do list. Okay,
dude, there are new, very smart new engineers on this team who have been imported from very successful properties that literally sat me down, Cruzito, and said, explain to me from start to finish this mechanic and what's wrong with it, please.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up. I just want to hear every aspect of every perspective before I dive into code and really solve a problem. I need you to tell me, like I'm 5, exactly what this does, exactly what's wrong with it, and exactly how it should work.
Cruzito.
And that's what we're dealing with right now. Is that bad or is that good? If you have new people coming onto the team that want to learn everything about a problem and then go out and solve it, I think that's a good thing.
I want to know who kidnapped Cruzito and replaced him with this much grumpier version of himself. This is not the same Kretzagog that I cruised on a ship with.
That's what happens when you hang out in the VIP forum for too long.
I'm having a great time over there.
It always starts off very good. The candy's free at first.
I'm having a fantastic time over there, right there. Okay. I'm having a ton of fun over there. Okay. I really am.
It is fun.
We've been talking about pickle flavored popcorn for 3 days now. It's fantastic. That and potatoes.
What flavor popcorn? Have you tried Pop yet?
They love talking about potatoes over there. I don't really fully understand it, but there's lots of potato talk over there. Okay.
Oh, potato. I thought you said popcorn.
But,
I gotta save my popcorn wrap for another day.
But Cruzito, again, hear what I'm saying. I think there's been a lack of There's been a lack of focus that stems from a lack of clear direction, from a lack of leadership. Okay? Is there any confusion on that?
I mean, that's pretty plainly said.
Listen, I have openly said I have enjoyed my conversations with Connor. I've enjoyed conversations with him since we got back from San Diego.
Yes, me too.
We still suffered a decline in the product under his leadership. That doesn't make him a bad guy. It just makes him not the right person to lead this game into the next era. And I'm sorry for that, but this game lacked focus. It lacked direction.
No, that's so wrong. That's not true at all.
No.
It did have focus. It was focused on the wrong things. Okay. It was not a ship without an udder or without a pilot. It's simply that the destination was not the correct one.
Okay. We can agree on those semantics. The bottom line is it wasn't the direction that the game needed to go in.
I agree with that.
And so now there's more attention being placed on the things that matter more to us. For example, technological,
1,000%,
community, economy, culture, and it all boils down to culture. Okay,
that's Cameron's pillar that he's in charge of.
So there you go. Killer J with another going back to the TTS.
Killer J
2151
cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, "Hey Shelby, make sure you bend Griffin over." Own for
just
Killer.
Take this and just
these. Okay, I love you to death, man, but you're gonna have to tone it down just like half a notch. I'm gonna have to start deleting your TTS. There's got to be. You
can tell when Killer starts hitting the sauce at home if you keep track.
There's got to be a bar.
You can tell when he's hitting the sauce.
There's got to be a bar.
He's all full of gin.
Okay, there's got to be a bar. All right, I'm just throwing that out there, right there. Okay, last second questions. Anything else that we've got? Anything that we can answer for you, or anything that needs to be discussed? Yeah, I agree. Albus, thank you for your 20 months.
Yes.
Appreciate that very much.
Waffly.
Waffly says every time you let that do that, we all get dumber. I know there's at this point, man. I'm gonna have to start modding it. And if it doesn't play, it doesn't play. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the bits, but yeah, I'm gonna have to draw a line. I got to. Love you, buddy. But I've got to. Oh, Kaviji says, what's the new building do? Nothing in M94 because there is not one. So there's that.
No new building.
No new building. Okay. Going back to the TTS, we've got a real one and a hype train inbound, so we'll celebrate that in a moment.
Cruisatog X cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, by the way, I don't think it is negativity, but I am expressing high standards from those that share the same profession I do. They give us a bad name.
Fair.
Yeah. Nobody thinks. I don't think you're being negative at all.
I think that I think, Cruzito, you, of all people, being in this industry, would recognize that there is a new sheriff in town, and you would give him time to, and you would recognize some of the victories that we've already had. You know it's impossible to turn a product on a dime. So
Cruzito has very, very high expectations and standards, which is one of the things that I respect about Cruzito IRL.
I love that.
His bar is perfection.
I love that.
And that's the management strategy, and it often works.
I love that. But there's been 7 years of missteps that have been amplified by the last 2 to 3 years significantly. It's going to take a minute to undo the spaghetti. All right.
That's fair.
It's going to take a minute to undo the mess. You got to clean it up. So, anywho, yes, Cezanne, Cruzito works in computer programming, and that explains a lot of his frustrations. He could probably solve half of these problems for us, but again, you get things like version control. I know, for example, Cruzatog is one of the biggest pet peeves he's got is the recurrence of bugs.
Yeah, right. And I'll be honest, dude. That's the one they really had no answer for.
Yeah,
I was the most dissatisfied with. They just don't have a grip on that, dude. They don't.
No, not at all. Thank you, Kaviji, for your 23 months resub. Albus, thank you for the 20-month resub. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. And you guys have started a hype train. So we'll continue to answer your questions, and we'll get ready to start wrapping up our show here this evening. And we will be posting this as a podcast. I recorded it tonight so that we can share this with everybody. Lots of good ARC preview content and a little bit of culture discussion. And we will continue with that conversation coming up later this week. Don't forget, tomorrow night is our Lego race with Bafty. And that's going to be a lot of fun. You guys get to watch her go down in flames. And we're gonna get a beautiful, wonderful, amazing R2-D2 Lego set for the Lego cabinet as a result. Coming up Wednesday night, we'll be trying out a different game. We're going to be hanging out just to answer questions and hang out a little bit with a little Droid Tycoon. Thursday morning, talking in cars with DJs and Griffin and Jules and the rest of the gang that we can all gather up together. That'll be Thursday morning, talking in cars. And then Thursday night, back into the lab, we we go in a brand new arc with what we're going to see a little bit on some new Galactic Anomalies, and we'll be able to show off a few extra little additions to researches and tools that might be presenting themselves for your Reaver. That will come out this coming Thursday. There you go. All right. We are going to give away some packs. So if you're in the live studio audience, you guys stick around for just a moment. But for this time,
I got to win because I might not be able to participate.
That's right. And at this particular moment, we are going to go ahead and bid farewell to our podcast audience. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. Albus, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Albus has a TTS. We'll go for the final TTS
Albus
of the night.
MC Short cheered 111 kitty bitties and says, as a paid member of the Griffin Enclave, I have to request that His Highness does more rants for our amusement.
It was a pretty amazing rant. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Albus,
I do
for
what
your
I can.
TTS.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. For those of you in the live studio audience, stick around for some giveaways. In the podcast audience, thank you so very, very much for tuning in to this episode of Talking Trek, a registered trademark and recorded in front of a live studio audience for distribution across podcast platforms everywhere. For all of us here at Talking Trek, I'm UltimatDJz.
And I'm Green Griffin.
And we are the hosts of Talking Trek, Star Trek Fleet Command's official podcast. Visit us online at UltimatDJz.com, TalkingTrekSTFC.com for links to our socials and more available on our website. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Live studio audience, stick around. We got more to come. And that's a wrap, everybody. How about that? Good stuff. All right. Thank you guys very much. Listen, we do have some marbles that we're going to play. We're going to give away a bunch of stuff. Going back to the stage, Tarpy is hanging out and has amassed a list of our prize giveaways tonight. Tarpy, what have the fine folks of our live studio audience amassed for their possible winning pleasure here tonight?
So I believe that is a couple battle passes, so 5 battle pass and one $100 pack.
That sounds pretty amazing. 5 battle passes, one $100 pack. While I'm getting that loaded, Tarpy, real quick, also over on the Patreon, ! Patreon, if you guys would like to go check that out. We have new battle pass giveaways and $100 pack giveaways that are happening over there for the members of our Patreon community. I think, what were we doing, Tarpy? 5 battle passes and a $100 pack over there as well for our
like that, yeah.
supporting audiences. ! Patreon, if you guys would like to jump up over there and help out a little bit with the continuing growth and goals of the channel. Plus, as we take a look, it is an item here on our bingos card, our summer bingos. So we get that knocked down and we get some more prizes and rewards from that.
What tier Patreon is that? So just remind people, how much money would they put in a month to support your Patreon?
On just the recognized or just the official supporter is only $5. $5 a month. It's cheaper than a Twitch sub. And then the Studio B membership starts at $14.99, and that is the Studio B. There's 2 levels of that one: $14.99 and $19.99. The $19.99 one actually gets you downloadable access to our voiceless audio sets, so you can actually just download the music and enjoy the music if you guys want to do that. So,
okay. So on top of that, if you are a Patreon member, not to mention if you buy a gift sub or your Discord Nitro, what is the other thing that you're doing?
Oh yeah, we're giving away a cruise. We're giving away a cruise.
Yeah.
That's right. So, we're giving away a cabin on Star Trek The Cruise 10, sailing out of New Orleans in February of 2027. And just as a quick note, we know that you guys love Synergy. All right, so there is synergy with all that as well. Every single Patreon member, every single gift sub, every single Prime sub, every single out-of-pocket Tier 1, 2, or 3 sub, all Discord Nitro supporters, basically anybody who supports our channel, even free to play with your Amazon Prime subscription and with a postcard mail-in. There is actually no purchase necessary to win. There is an official set of rules on our website at UltimatDJz.com, and there is a P.O. box for you to send in your self-addressed stamped postcards for you to guys get entries that way. I know several people have already done it. I've gotten several postcard entries, and that's absolutely free to enter that way. No purchase necessary other than what you got to give to the post office, I guess. But no purchase necessary from Talking Trek to actually get in on the Talking Trek Cruise Sweepstakes. Official rules at UltimatDJz.com. In the meantime, let's continue on into Marvels to continue our giveaways here tonight. I'm going to make sure that we've got all shenanigans disabled, and we do. So let's hop in tonight and see what we can find. How about this one? Alienated. You guys hop on in, exclamation point play. We'll give about 30 seconds or so to get you guys in on that. And we're going to give away 5 battle passes and a $100 pack with this race right now. That's right, one race for all of the marbles. Morphe, thank you for your 9-month resub with Prime. Listen, Morphe, guess what? With your Prime membership, which you paid nothing for to support this channel, and thank you, because you only get one. We appreciate you using it on our channel. You know what? You just actually got a ticket to win a free cruise. And as we have seen evidence, Tarpy, by the last 2 years, it only takes one ticket to win. All right? Only takes one ticket to win. As a matter of fact, just a couple of days ago, we gave away $2,000 in STFC packs on this channel. And the grand prize winner of $500 only had 9 entries in the entire pot. All right, so that is amazing. It only takes one ticket to win, and you guys have an opportunity to win all kinds of great stuff. Also, by the way, just with the cruise, Tarpy, we're also just including a cool $1,000 in cash too. So,
oh, neat.
Yeah, fun times there. Fun times there. Okay.
That is one of the cooler things about working with this channel is we do give back.
Yep.
So many things.
We tried. We tried. Look, this is the season for giving, and I'll tell you, we've got a lot of giving getting ready to wrap up with all of our prizes and stuff that we're giving away to you guys, because we're also coming up here in the next month or two going to be kicking off our Christmas Angel Fund, where you guys know that we benefit the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt Medical in Nashville, Tennessee. The goal this year is going to be big, and I can't wait to share with you guys some more details on that as the 2026 edition of the Christmas Angel Fund and Talking Trek Gives Back kicks off coming up here in just a couple of months for the Children's Hospital. Enterprise points out, it's only 107 subs to spin the go wheel. That is correct. 107 subs to spin the go wheel again. And just throwing it out there, what that would be equivalency on. Let's see, 107 subs times, let's see, hold on. 107 times,
like $600?
Why can't
No, it's more than that.
Oh, hang on. That's why I can't type. Oh, no. What did I just do? I just cleared out chat completely.
Did you just clear the go wheel off?
No, I just accidentally cleared TTS. I've got to get a different number pad. This is messing me up. Anyway, okay. 107. Now why is it not typing?
Do you not have the number lock on?
$1,081. $1,081 will also get us to a go wheel spin, because we're offering synergies between the tip and the subs if you guys want to cut out the middleman. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right, so $1,081 away from spinning the go wheel. I feel like that's reasonable. I think we can knock that out pretty quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we got everybody in. 177 balls are on the board. 177 people trying to win. Tarpy, let's break this out like this. Let's go first place. First place is going to get the $100 pack.
Okay.
Then second and third place will get a battle pass. And then our last 3 completioners will also win a battle pass. That way we reward at the front and we reward in the back.
Completioners.
Is that cool? Everybody good with that? So 1, 2, 3 win up front, and then the last 1, 2, 3 win in the back.
Party in the front and party in the back.
Right? We party everywhere.
I like it.
Partying everywhere. Okay. What was the bonus square mini goal? I'll pop it back up for you real quick. Bonus square mini goal was 2447. So we're actually really close to that. What is that? 47 plus 7, 54 subs away. We're 54 subs away from getting a bonus square off the bingo card too, which would be really, really big. That would be big. Okay, here we go. Exclamation point play. Exclamation point play. We've got everybody on 195 balls on the board. Here we go. 10 seconds to launch. Top 3 winners. Last 3 completionists. You guys are winners tonight on Talking Trek. Here we go. And there they go. The balls have dropped. First out is Isaac. There comes Wilson. Lady Assassin. I can't even keep track of what's going on. There's Vic Nice taken out in the lead. They're going to hit the acceleration, and they're going to go into the turn. But watch out. There's space aliens. What's going to happen to the ball if you get sucked up by the space aliens? Apparently nothing, as Vic and Isaac are still making their way down the track into the Hall of Pegging, where Vic navigates through. But there comes Zepso and Clark and Divine moving our way straight through without being pegged at all. Vic Nice still in the lead. Domo falls off the track. There's Divine Divinity and Clark and Zepsoso in the top 4 spots. There we go, hitting the accelerator, making our way back towards the flying saucer. Clark and Vic Nice still in the lead. Here we go, down into the cornfield, and we see all kinds of stalks offering obstacles, but there goes Clark, making his way all the way through, just bouncing off of everything, and finally getting nailed up by that last corn stalk. We've now got Django, but he hits a hay pile and he is slowed down. Still in the lead, though, there goes Corey Raines. Your Way also in the lead. Here comes Corey now taking first place, making their way through the elevation in the track and now making their way down through the stair steps. Corey Raines, Waffley, Kane Bunce, and Berlin Wall rounding out the top 4. Airport Andy and Retrieving fall off of the track. Corey Raines in first. What just happened? There's 2 sides to the track. There's 2 sides to the track. Over here, we've got a whole set of players that have been racing in from the right-hand side, completely undetected. And we come down here to a shifting finish box. Who is going to actually overshoot? Where is the box going to land as they come on down? This is going to be a race to the finish. Who is going to land? Here comes Kane Bunce. Is he going to land in the box? He overshot it. There goes Jamabi, Kane, Berlin. They're gone. And there comes Jason Cash, Dave Hart, and Zep Soso in the top 3 spots. Oh my goodness, what a photo finish. Absolutely faked out by the shuffling box. And there goes all of the balls falling off of the track. But it's not over yet, folks. We've still got our last 3 completionists. There comes Dagnum. There comes Kilroy. There comes Zanita. Here comes Feet Washer. Feet Washer falls off the track. Could it be Zanita and Kilroy? Or are their balls going to be space evaporated into dust? There goes Kilroy and Zanita falling off of the track. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the final of our race. Jason Cash, Dave Hart, and Zep Soso winning our top 3 spots. Jason Cash winning a $100 pack. Dave Hart and Zep Soso winning a battle pass. Let's come on down here to our last 3 completionists and see that Deathblade, Manic, and Mr. Chris also win free battle passes for M94. Congratulations, guys. Wowzers. Talk about a surprise ending right there. Got it. Whew, man, that made me start to sweat. Congratulations to all of our winners. Dave says, holy cow, I won a battle pass. I thought I had lost, and you sure did. Congratulations to you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Zepsoso, and thank you to the 109 of you that actually participated, or 199 that participated. Shouldn't have boosted. Yeah, sometimes the boost will get you. Sometimes the boost will get you. Budget Gutter says, good thing we are used to disappointment. You know, it can happen. Congratulations, Jason Cash. Yeah, that's right. Jason Cash says, I'm in shock. Thanks, DJs and team. You're absolutely very welcome. Be sure to send me a DM, and we'll get you set up with your prize packs. All right. If you won the $100 pack, you're obviously certainly welcome to wait until the ARC launches and take a look at the packs that you want, and can go from there. But I imagine there's probably going to be pretty decent value in that $100 battle pass, so we'll see. We shall see. Killer Cujo said, that's okay. All my luck is being used up on winning the cruise. Yep, that's a possibility. Could be a thing.
Oh, goodness. The amount of swearing that would happen on the cruise and the amount of blushing that DJs would do would be epic.
That's a different killer. That's Killer Cujo's, and we got Killer 2151 that loves the TTS.
Oh.
Two different killers.
Fair enough.
Yeah, different killers. Vinny the Shark, thank you for your 26-month resub with Prime, and that also earns you an entry into the Talking Trek Cruise sweepstakes, so congratulations. Cruzito says, have you seen the new Star Trek track? No, I haven't. I have not. Sherlock Holmes says, wifey's told me I have to win the cruise. Ha! That's not true. That's not true. Hi, Sherlock.
Wait.
Hi, Mrs. Sherlock.
Sherlock. Hi. I need to text you guys.
Ah. All right.
I'm not planning anything. I promise.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
What?
What is happening there? Okay.
Nothing.
I believe that is it. If nobody has any other questions, I'm going to end the show. Look, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to get into bed at a decent time tonight, which is amazing. I mean, I'm pretty excited about that.
You're not going to play droids?
No, I'm not going to play droids tonight. I've got to edit the podcast. I got to get it up. I got to do the summaries. I got to push it out. I got to make sure everybody knows all the information. I got to write up my questions that I've got for the triage team tomorrow. I'm meeting with Cam tomorrow. We got to talk about some follow-up items. I got all kinds of stuff. I got all kinds of stuff I got to do tonight still before I go to bed. So I'm not going to get into bed. I mean, it's 10:15. It'll still be midnight, but I mean, I've still got work to do. There's still work. So much work. So much work. Not enough time. You know how it goes. But I am off work tomorrow. No. I've got to go to bed early. I need a good night's sleep. I've got to rest up for the Lego race tomorrow. There's absolutely no way. By the way, speaking of, hey, quick question. For those of you in the community, how many, okay, Bafty sent me a DM tonight, Tarpy. I'm going to leave you in charge of this if you want it. If you want it. Here's the message. Hey, by the way, are you doing a punishment wheel?
I'm going to ask you not to ask me if I'm willing to do things on stream.
Oh, that's...
Because then I feel like I should say yes because it's on stream, and...
Well,
I would like to know not on stream.
Here's the deal. Well, I just got the message like an hour, right at 1 hour ago. And it's fine. I don't know that we've got time to put it together, to be honest with you. She says, are you doing a punishment wheel? I know we had talked about the distractions and stuff, but I don't feel like I want a punishment wheel.
You specifically said you hadn't wanted any, so I also took you at your word.
I know. I don't want a punishment wheel. She messages me tonight and says, what's on your punishment wheel?
Well, I've also never spoken to her, so, like, I don't think that I'm the right person to do that either.
Well,
so
fair enough. I wanted to see if you had any quick ideas for the punishment wheel, but I'm just going to be no, I'm not doing punishment.
But...
No, it's fine. Never mind. We don't need a punishment wheel. Nah. Yeah, here, put Oreo cookies on my punishment wheel. All right, put a tub of Ben and Jerry's on my punishment wheel. All right, there you go. Yeah, we probably will raid into Bafty tonight just so we can get in some good last-minute trash talk. All right, some good last-minute trash talk. We're going to go right over to Bafty here in a second. All right, any other questions? Anything else that we can answer for you guys? Anything else that we can do for you? Anything else? Put Cruzito in charge of the punishment wheel? No, he'll kill me. He will literally kill me. That is not happening. What we will do, Cruzito says, can we go see Cottontail? Ordinarily, I would. Let's see, who all's rating tonight? Or who all's on tonight? Ordinarily I would, but we've got a big event tomorrow, and I'd like to cross-promote a little bit. We got a big event tomorrow with going up against Bafty in a head-to-head Lego race. And I just kind of want to get in some last-second trash talk, if that's okay. That's what I would like to do. Get in some last-second trash talk. Mosher says, independent archive editions, not this month. Corey Rain says, add auto join to the faction hunt. Would love that. You know what? I'm going to put that on my note. I like that one. I think that was supposed to be happening anyway. I'm going to put that in my notes. Faction hunt, auto join, not functional. I'm going to put that in my notes. Vic wants to raid Jesu. We actually just raided Jesu from a channel the other day, so probably not going to do that today. Benny Hill says, are you cutting a quick and dirty YouTube for Outpost? Not tonight. No, it's late. I got stuff to do. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Got it. There. Lights off. Stop wasting Outpost directives. I mean, there'll be ways that you can do things with Outpost this coming month, I guess. Kirshara kill closest in queue. I think it's so. Yeah, I want to ask about that.
Did you notice that the cargo in your ships is calculating different, or at least showing different? Has anyone else noticed that?
No, I haven't paid attention. What do you?
Man, they can't make up their mind on what they want to show us on projected cargo, whatever.
No. Like, this is literally different. No, this is different than that, Putz.
Okay.
This is also a bug they've had in the past, but so they'll show your cargo, say if you're raiding, and I was just raiding, and it shows your cargo as it counts upwards.
Oh yeah.
So you know how it's not supposed to do that.
Oh yeah, no, that's just a new little.
Yeah, it's not useful.
No, it's not useful at all, because it takes about 4 or 5 seconds to count all the way up to 1 trillion.
Or whatever the max is.
It does not count that long.
Yes, it does.
So when I was raiding during incursions, for my
5
ship to
seconds,
empty, it took 4 seconds. It took 4 seconds to dwindle down from like 5 to 10 trillion all the way down to 0 before I could send it out, because it wouldn't let me send it out until it was done.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, unloading takes time. It's part of the new union contract, Putz. Give them a break.
Yeah, listen, they're not allowed to work overtime. They're not allowed to work overtime.
I'm guessing whoever wrote
breaks. They get a 30-minute lunch.
A friend. Okay.
Yeah, lunch breaks and all the like. All right.
So it's still not useful. Can we get that to go away?
Yeah, I'll throw it on the list for the customer support people.
Okay, never mind. Because that's not their thing.
Well, no. So actually, the new triage. See, this is where we're learning about infrastructure. So the new triage team,
Section 31.
Yeah, the triage team, the ones who prioritize the bugs, are doing so based off of tickets. They are now in charge of CS. So that triage team.
Okay, so this isn't a ticket thing, though.
Well, but it's a feedback thing. So if it's going to be corrected, it's got to go into the triage team for prioritization. At least the way I understand it. I mean, I'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't know. That's the way I understand it.
You're not mad that it's there. You're mad that it's taking 4 seconds. So triage might determine, that was only supposed to take half a second. Why is it taking 4 seconds? Hypothetically.
Yeah.
So
why was it changed at all? Is more my point.
I don't know. Why did they add the
they're never going to tell you that.
Why did they add the little daily indicator in the bottom left-hand corner? I thought that was awful, but some of you guys like that. So there's that.
Why did you decide to do this is not going to be the right question, but why is it taking 4 seconds instead of like half a second? That would be an excellent question.
Yeah, that would be good. Sorry, Cruzito. I missed the stickers. I'll turn them back on here. Hang on. Extension. sticker.
Hey, great news, DJs.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
While I was messing around with these silly videos all day up here in the office, I got the new lights installed on the pergola today.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great.
I did send you a picture. So now all of the vertical lines on the top of the cage illuminate the rest of the area below, so I can see better when I'm beating you at darts.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that won't happen, so there's that. MCO says the daily indicator was great, but redundant next to the other button that does the exact same thing. I know! That's why I thought it was unnecessary. All right, Cruzito's got a sticker. There's Gilbert Gottfried. And he's over Griffin.
I heard you think Bafty looks better with the light off. Let's go tell her that chat.
Wow. Jesus.
That is something that you said.
I did
How do you expect to beat her at a puzzle stream tomorrow when the whole entire time you're just going to be staring at your monitor instead of the actual Legos?
Whatever. Oh, my God. We're rating out. That's it. I'm out. Good night, everybody. Thank you guys for everything. You're wonderful.
Wait. I promised that you would show the class Penguin's new Halloween centerpiece she's been working on for the last 8 hours and spent probably $500 on.
All right, send it over.
I did.
What? It's on my phone?
Yeah. Is that a problem for you?
Yeah, no, it's not. I just got to move it over to Discord. Hang on a second.
I mean, I can put it in the Discord.
How cute! That's pretty. That's pretty.
Isn't she doing a great job?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's $500.
Well, that's what paying. I'm exaggerating. Who knows? She goes to Michael. She goes to. However, her big beef with Hobby Lobby is they don't sell any of the black flowers at Hobby Lobby.
Well, yeah, it's
so then
Halloween.
She's got to go to the further Michael's, God forbid, to get the flowers that she needs in order to do her her Halloween centerpiece.
Well, that's absolutely
a major
terrible.
Problem for her in her life.
I can see that.
But she's certainly creative. What do you guys think? Have a look.
Yeah, here's the first one. If you guys would like to take a quick peek at the Halloween centerpiece, look at that. Black flowers, like dead, dismal looking things, but very, very Halloween-y. I like it.
Yeah, that's a pot from the Home Depot, and then she filled it with foam, and then she's been cutting up the things that she bought at Michael's and just sticking them in there. Stab, 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 stab.
Yikes. Here's the next piece. This is a little bit more of the overall centerpiece. Look, you got the roses.
That's the work in progress
there. Yeah, It's fantastic.
No, the flowers in the back that are colorful are what I sent her when I was in Ireland. And then everything else around it is
nice. Well, those are there. Yeah. Benny Hill says, "Did you get your costume, Griffin?" I haven't gotten mine yet.
I did.
I haven't gotten mine yet.
I did, and I did try it on.
I want to see it.
And I thought for sure that I was Adam West. I'm telling you, it's fantastic.
All right.
I might just have it for Halloween.
You know what? I want evidence. I am not showing up to be the only person in cosplay. I want you to show me. You don't have to do it publicly, but I want to know that you actually have it. Okay?
Mad Hatter, she does have a very keen eye for decorating. Just wait until you see the finished production. However, DJs, look at me in the face when I tell you the costume is real. It will knock your socks off.
Don't
and if
believe
I'm going to be hit by a million bats, I'm going to be fully covered, including the Batman mask and everything, so they cannot fly on me or around me and eat me. So yes.
All right. Well,
who I worry for is poor Penguin, because let me tell you, there's not a lot of fabric associated with that Catwoman costume.
No, there's not indeed. All right, guys, listen, we got to go. We're out of here. We've got a lot of work to do tonight. Let's go say hey to our friend Bafty as we continue our trash talk tonight and get ready to just listen. Would you just humor me? Would you please just humor me? All right, go on over there and talk a little trash from me to her. All right. Lego race. I've got this in the bag.
Tell her the DJ said that she's an ugly person.
My God, do not do that. What is wrong with you?
Just trying to get her fired up for tomorrow.
Oh, God, that's awful. Don't, please. Do not
Isn't that the same as you look better with the lights off? Because that is what you actually said.
I didn't say that either. That was not real. My God. Good night, everybody. Love you all.
Good night.
Appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful time. We'll see you back here tomorrow for Lego races. Good night.